What is up, Bronco Country? We are fresh out of training camp. We got two great guests coming on the show. You know what? Training camp always has to come to an end, but you know what? I was a big part of seeing everything that went on there. I'm super proud of just being in Broncos country, a supporter, even during the off season to training camp. And now we're in preseason. We are not far away from this regular season. I will tell you that these two guests that are coming in, they're going to spit some knowledge. They're going to spit some game, and they are hype as me, ready for Broncos country. So let's get this party started.
In the shadow of the Rockies where the orange burns bright, we ride with the outlaws under stadium lights. Mile high, we fly, no chains combined. This podcast a rocket and the altitude's kind.
Turn it up, let the city feel the bass. Every word's a touchdown, every beat's a chase. With a mile high OUTKAST, Broncos we broadcast. Climbing, never falling fast. Full of mile high blast.
Welcome back, Bronco Country. What is up? We got the Dak fanatic over there. He's kicking it with some Oregon gear, but we're not going to hold that against him. We also got Bronco Tiz. He's repping the right gear. We see where the show's headed. I appreciate that. Dak, man, thank you so much, man, for coming on the show. Tiz, thank you so much. Dak, talk to me, man. How was your week, my brother?
My week was really good, bro. I'm a little disappointed that you come at me with disrespect about Oregon being that our quarterback played with Oregon. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, but I'm glad to be here. It was a good week. Yeah, man. I'm excited to talk some ball. Tomorrow's a big game. Let's see if some of those performances we've seen in the previous preseason translate to this next game. So very excited.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for coming in. You know that Oregon only comes from the Big Ten beef, though. You know what I mean? You know, Ohio State, Oregon. You know, we'll see. I'm interested to see what college is like this year, man. What do you think Oregon's gonna? Do you think that Oregon can stand up to the task this year? Do you think Ohio State can?
I know they can. Every year we've gotten better. Dan Lanning has really made this team a powerhouse. With the, just the overall recruiting and what have you. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where we go. I know we got blown out by Indiana last year, but every year, like I said, we've gotten better and taken the next level and advanced further. So I hope this will be the year finally that Oregon gets their first national championship.
Yeah, you guys need a natty under your belt for sure. It looked promising, but Indiana came out of nowhere. Who thought that? Tiz, brother, thank you so much for everything that you've been doing. This guy, I'm just going to bring it up now. He came up with the orangeandbluenetwork.com. So he's giving everybody out there a special thing to do where we can all go link in, as Jay would say on the World Wide Web, as Jay would say. How was your week, Tiz? And then talk to us a little bit about the website, please.
Yeah, my week was great. Part of it, I've been working on a few different projects I got going on in the background, and then I just wanted to comment to Dak about Oregon real quick.
Go ahead.
I love that he brought that Bo Nix come into the league, but they also allowed another quarterback to come into the league who isn't going to be a problem because he's got 0 playoff wins. But I think we know who that quarterback is. Came from Oregon.
Turbo.
Yep. But my week, a little bit. I was talking with Salias and about it, and I mentioned, hey, I've been building some websites. I've been building websites since 2021, and I actually about 3 or 4 months ago I got a software that allows me to build them even little more detailed. So I went ahead and started building a few websites. I told Elias, hey, would you like me to build you a website, because we do tailgates every week. Let's invite people to our tailgates. She said, yeah. So we built a website, BroncoLibreTailgates.com. You want to go reserve a spot at our tailgate spot, you can go to that website. And I was looking at it, what else can I do with it? And I talked to him, and he did mention that you guys had talked about wanting a website for the network. And I went and did a little research, put some stuff together, and I threw together like a little bit of a website, sent it to Johnny. He loved it. What we had. We had to go live right before the preseason game. And then just as we're coming up with some new ideas. We got blogs on there. We got a forum on there, but we just added yesterday. We just added the roster builder. You could go and build your own roster on the website, which is pretty badass. The roster's just about up to date. I still need to add Taylor Rapp, because he was just added. I'm just waiting for them to drop his number so I can get that in there right. And he'll be on the roster. He'll be on the website roster builder.
Well, that's what's up right there, man. You're doing good work. I don't have it pulled up, but I do want to give both of you guys a shout out. And trust me, at the end of the show, I'm going to do this as well. To have great friends such as you two. About a month ago or so, I don't know exactly how long, Dak was talking about, hey, man, send me your logo. I can send you something new. And, you know, everyone knows my last name is Borrego. You know what I mean? So the Horns I don't have it pulled up. All right, Dak, if you can bring it up, that'd be awesome. So you can show off what you've done. That'd be great. But it started off with that. But man, everything's been so busy and this and that. And then Tiz had hit me up, and Tiz is like, hey man, let's get Borrego painting. Let's get that website going, this and that. And he already started it without even like me like being like, oh, let's do this. He's like, Tim, look, it's here, let's do this. So I had to call my buddy Dak over there, and I'm like, bro, I'm using your logo. Thank you so much. Tiz is helping me out for a website. So I'm privileged to have both of you guys on the show tonight, because it's not just about podcasting. It's about friendship, and it's about homies just doing stuff for each other. Dak, I can't wait to see you week 3, brother. I can't wait, brother. Tiz, I see you all the time. You know, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. But I did see Tiz at the opening training camp that first day. So we went there. So, you know, Dak and Tiz, thank you guys very much for helping me with my business.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure to help other people out, help you out, man. Thank you guys for inviting me on the show. Make me part of the Orange and Blue Network family.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry, go ahead, Tim.
No, you go ahead, Dak. Go.
No, I appreciate the love, bro. I'm all about, connection and linking up with genuine people. You know, I've had the opportunity to link up with you last season for the Giants game, sweep you off your feet type of.
Oh, he did too.
You know, but
I'm like, hey man, I'm a man too. He just picked me up.
The love is there, dude. Definitely much
All day.
love. Yeah, dude. I'm pulling up that whole thing real quick. Give me 1 second. I have it right here.
You want me to do housekeeping, or you want to go first?
Knock out housekeeping, and then by then I should have it up here.
All right, my brother. So what we want you to do is always subscribe, share, comment, and like, share, and subscribe to make it easier for everybody. Please, we are on the Orange and Blue Network. Go to YouTube. Is the primary basis that we want everyone to go search Orange and Blue Network, type that in full, and all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Very easy. We got tons of shows. Now we got a website. I mean, things are just in motion, so everything's going really well. We also, just in case people are not interested of subscribing yet, I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you to do it. We got a giveaway alert. Once we reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we got a mini helmet signed by Bonito himself. This is in Mile High Vikings possession, and once we reach that 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we do get a lot of love from X and Facebook, so we do actually got more viewers than what YouTube says, but we want everyone to transfer to YouTube, please. And this will be sent out as a giveaway. So more the incentive to just subscribe and take a chance. We got a new thing that Johnny came up with, which is pretty cool. So he added some lineups here. So we got orange and blue Blitz on Monday and Friday. It says PM. I think that one is wrong, Johnny. Because I think it's 11 a.m. on both days. So that might need to be fixed. I could be wrong, but I don't believe it's the same time as Broncos Bros. So on Monday evening, we got Broncos Bros. Hey, Dak, do you even Broncos Bros?
Do you even Broncos, bro?
Jeez, I believe in Bronco, bro. Every Monday evening at 7 p.m., you got Dak Fanatic, the host, and you got my brother George out there killing it, man. These Broncos Bros they know their ball. They had a great show on Monday. It was great. Tuesday, you got Nothing Rhymes. You got the CEO, Mile High Viking, and then you also got Jay the Dream Weaver. What a great guy. I can't say enough good thing about those two. They run a great show as well. Wednesday, you got the Mile High Symposium at 2:30. These guys talk everything, all sports, all the time. Doesn't matter what sport it is. They know something about it. So please tune in. If you can't make it at 2:30 because of your work schedule, please go and rewatch it later. Give them their views because you're going to love the show. Wednesday even, you got Broncos Talk with the Don and Libre. What's happening, Libre? My dog, man. They had a show last night. I had to miss it last night. But I did rewatch it today. You guys had a good show. Nothing but love for those guys. And then at 7 p.m., the newest show, Wild Wild West. Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Please go watch Wild Wild West. That's the new addition to the network. And then on Thursday, you got the Mile High OUTKAST, which we're doing tonight. We got Bronco Tiz and Dak here tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. Friday evening, Viva Los Broncos. If you need some Espanol in your life, please go watch them at 6 p.m. on Fridays. That should be coming very shortly. And then we got pregame, play-by-play, and postgame, which we've, for the first time since the AFC Championship last year, went live for the first preseason game. We had tons of viewers, tons of comments. Those three shows right there just shows how many people are interested of what everybody's doing. There's different lineups. Me and Dak hopped on the pregame last week. I had a great time with everybody over there. Then our sponsor, W, no sugar, no calories, no maltodextrin, no fillers, no artificial colors. It's always a tongue twister to me, but what this is just something with the energy without the sugar crash, and it's derived from the coffee fruit. So if you don't want that sugar crash, please go check them out. And if you do this, go to W, use the code OBN10. You get 10% off because they know you're coming from the Orange and Blue Network. And then the beautiful Lily, she's been fading my hair for 14 years, which is a sponsor of the show. So everyone that's in the Denver, Thornton area, please, this is appointment only, but she gives the best fades in town. She'll do you right for game day, for before a holiday, just for a random Saturday. Who cares? Go check her out. Her contact is 720-210-7996. Give her a call. She's up in the Thornton area, 11776 Kearney Way. That's basically 117th and Holly. Please go check her out. She does nothing but great work. Getting back to it. We got the housekeeping out of the way. So, we got so many different things, bro. And here's where I'm going to start. Because, you know what? Training camp finally ended. I was there on that first day. So I'm going to start with you, Dak. You can disagree or agree with me. I know you weren't there, but I definitely know you've been following this training camp. Ingram looked incredible to me in this training camp. Ingram looks so promising. Dude, the connection that he was having on that deep ball and running his routes. I'm going to start with Ingram. And I want to acknowledge how great of a training camp he had, because you can ask Libre, you can ask George, anybody that was actually there watching him. he just looked phenomenal. And I don't believe that he got enough credit for last year. I think he wasn't targeted. I don't think he had a bad season. Talk to me, Dak. What do you know about Ingram's training camp, bro?
Yeah, you hear that, hear his name quite frequently running through training camp, right? Looking at the production, and his yards per route run average was very displeasing to me as I look back at the advanced analytics. But looking at it, man, I feel like they didn't utilize him to the best of his ability, using him vertically up the seams or what have you. Sean Payton didn't do that last year. Um, so that's why I bring up the whole yards per route run, 1.37 or something, whatever number it was. I don't have the exact number at the top of my head, but he is going to be utilized, and I think he should be a focal point within this offense. He himself has also expressed and said in an interview, or I think after training camp, that he feels like this ball is going to be dispersed fairly well across the board, right? And I think to last season, when our offense was humming, is when we had that balance, right? Everybody was getting their fair share of targets. You look at the Dallas Cowboy game, I think we had like 13 different players touch the ball at one point.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it's going to be. I feel like we have a good amount of playmakers this season, in addition with Jalen Waddle now. So it'll open up things in itself with him, in this offense as an explosive player. But Evan Ingram, as I've said before, Davis Webb is going to put this tight end room back on the map, and he's going to modernize this offense a little bit better, I think. Because some of the personnel that we had seen last year of Nate Adkins being on the field when maybe Evan Ingram should have been out on the field, kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I hope, though, in terms of player personnel, we see a better operation with those subs for this
Good.
upcoming season in the offense.
Great take. Great take. And everyone has their own different takes because a lot of people looked at Ingram like, oh man, he slacked off last year. Like he better keep his job. If he wants his job, he better show up. I looked at it in a different way. Tiz, talk to me, man. Talk to me about what you saw because you were at the first training camp, uh, sunk up with me and Libre and Emilio. And um, talk to me, man. What do you think about what Ingram has performed during training camp so far? And do you think that he gets a bad, uh, like, just bad juju on him for like him not being a good player last year? Talk to me about Ingram, brother.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Ingram is there was huge expectations. All we heard, what did we hear all off season? Joker, Joker, Joker.
Yeah.
So everybody automatically was assuming that this guy was going to have 1,000 yards without even blinking. They're assuming he was just going to fit right into Sean Payton's scheme, and Sean Payton was going to scheme him up all these different plays. It didn't happen quite like that. He did have a few moments. The Washington game, he had a few big plays. There's moments throughout the season where we saw flashes of what he was, but we never got the full picture. Partially because of play calling, we didn't put him in the right position. Hopefully this year with Davis Webb taking over the play calling, we could get a few more packages to just showcase what he could do and just let him explode. He looked great in that first training camp practice that I was in. He made some plays. He showed exactly who he could be. Let's just see if we could continue to see that going forward throughout the season.
Yeah. So you're kind of on board, right? Saying like he kind of got a bad fit last year because Tiz, we're at the games, right? There's a difference between watching it on TV, and I'm not knocking anybody that's out of state, Dak, so don't take it that way. But like when you're live and seeing him wide open over the middle, is it so? Before we get off the Ingram, I'm going to go back to Dak first, and then I'm going to let you answer. Tiz, do you think it was a Bo Nix connection malfunction, or do you think it was a Sean Payton not including Ingram? What do you think, Dak?
I would say it was a good mix, right? There's a few factors with why that's the reason why Ingram wasn't implemented in this offense as a focal point. You know what I mean? I just feel like sometimes had to go through his progressions fairly quickly because of the way the O line up front got their butts kicked. And I'm talking about Luke Wattenberg. You know, Ben Powers. You know, yeah, you laugh, see, right? Because he ain't that dude that a lot of folks think he is, and they're waiting for some kind of Lloyd Cushenberry ascension. It isn't happening. I'm telling you that right now. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, no, I feel like Bo Nix makes this offensive line a lot better than what they really are. Look at the Russell Wilson. Not to get too far off the rails, but look at Russell Wilson and the amount of sacks he had taken with similar offensive line across the board, right? Bo Nix sack rate, in terms of and avoiding sacks in general, is elite, man. And he's only going into year 3, which is crazy.
Well, I'll
One of the
agree with
hardest quarterbacks to sack.
I'll agree with that, but at the same time, if you're running off, you're not seeing your tight end over the middle because you're too far off to
Right,
the right.
and that's what I was going to get to. And there's been times where he's gone through his progressions too quickly, because, feeling that pressure happens, you're forced to do that sometimes, right? With the way the game's going, you're not properly going through your progressions and you're missing your guys sometimes in the middle of the field. And there were times too where him and Ingram tried to link up, but Ingram would drop the pass. And I kind of feel like that was the whole theme last year, was the execution, right? Like a lot of times everything else on the play would be right, but then this one thing didn't go right, so that messed up the play, right? And it kind of felt like that's kind of how it was throughout the season, unfortunately. Hopefully it's a better operation this year. I think with everything, all the changes made via coaching changes and player personnel, some of the additions we've added in the draft, and
I got you. Tiz, what do you think, man? Do you think Ingram wasn't involved enough because it was a Bo Nix to Ingram thing, or was it a Sean Payton play call? Like, hey, like we're not even looking at Ingram. Like, what? Do you think he maybe dropped the ball? I don't think you're going that way, but talk to me real quick about that.
I think Dak hit it on the head, where it's a little bit of both. We didn't scheme. It doesn't look like, of course, we don't see the plays, but it doesn't look like we schemed him up just enough times. But at the same time, Bo Nix was awesome, man. He made plays when we needed to. He came through in the fourth quarter. There was times where you could just see him move before a player had time to get to his spot, and he might have passed Ingram a few of times. Like you said, when you're out there, we could see a few times where Ingram was open because we could see the whole field, and we're like, damn it, we missed it. And Bo Nix probably took like a 8-yard check down instead of that 30-yard pass to Ingram that he would have had if he would have taken just a little bit more time. But at the same time, the O line and Bo Nix is trying to keep the sack rate down. He's doing what he can. He's moving. He's doing what he can to keep that sack rate down, because it's night and day from when we had Russell Wilson here. I think we had something like 52 sacks Russell Wilson's last year, and then and then Bo Nix's for rookie year was the same starting 5. We had like 24 sacks. So part of it is him making plays, moving around. Part of it is just progression.
And I like what you're saying, because I mean, I feel what you're saying. I'm not trying to put words in either of your mouth, but what I feel like you're saying, Bo Nix gets rid of the ball instead of taking the sack, where Russell Wilson would just take a 15-yard loss, and he don't have the legs that he used to have when he was with Seattle. You know what I mean?
Athleticism wasn't there, yeah, for sure.
Like, just get rid of it. I mean, look at Stiddy in the AFC Championship. Just get rid of the ball or take the sack. Yeah. Either one will work. But I digress. Dak, do you want to run comments tonight, brother, or do you want me to?
I would love to help you out with comments. So let's.
All right, brother. It's all you, brother.
Let's get to it real quick.
We might not have as many comments. Infinity, I want to tell Soulmate happy birthday. I know you're busy tonight. Shout out to her. I've had a couple other texts from some other people that are normally on the show that already apologize. Not going to be able to make it. They promised to rewatch, but I'm sure we're going to have plenty of comments out there still. So go ahead, Dick.
And dun da da da.
Uncle Toad.
Unk from the top ropes says, "I'm on it, the first one. to chat with you guys about your upcoming season. We all had a great time together at the last training camp practice, and it's gonna be a great year. Go Broncos! Let's go Broncos,
Let's
baby.
go, Bronco.
Let's
Let's
go.
Broncos!
Cody Chepa in the house. Go give him a follow at Still Up Sports on YouTube. Go subscribe. He's killing it.
What's up, Cody? You're doing great things, brother.
He says, "Let's go, boys! Smash that like button, everyone. You guys are killing it."
Cody's a great guy, dude. That guy's dope.
Orange and Blue Network. Hey, I said Tim and Tiz was on this show. Why Dak is there? Dak, I get out of here. LOL, JK. Shout out to all three of you. All you do, but special shout out Tiz for the launch of the awesome site. Yeah, phenomenal. I really like it. I'm thrilled.
So me and Dak are nothing. We get it, but I'm just kidding. Good job,
Johnny.
Tiz.
That was me, by the way. I figured the way you talk to us, discredit us. Just messing with Johnny. He knows I like to give him some flack, Cody again. When can we talk about Jonah Coleman? Oh my God.
We're getting into that. Stay tuned. This is the next topic. And if Jay, you're out there somewhere, you're gonna want to tune into this.
And your lovely daughter chimes in and says, "Hi."
My yaya, she's a freshman now, Dak. Gee.
Yeah. I got to meet her on virtually just a few minutes ago. So that was cool. Unk comes in and says what Cody said. Coleman looked good the other day in the scrimmage, and so did Franklin and Sutton. Ooh, don't sleep on my boy Troy Franklin. I'm just saying.
Bro, I got a great story coming up about that, Dak. You're gonna love it, dude. You're gonna love it.
I'm all ears. JD Madrid 8702 drops in. JD, what's up, man? Go Broncos!
Go Broncos!
That's the homie right there. He was at the last day training camp. Me and Libre linked up with him. JD, man, such a great guy.
Hell yeah!
For those who don't know him, he's a season ticket holder and he lives out of state. And if anybody out there, he's trying to get extra tickets for his whole family for the Buffalo game, even though he has multiple tickets. If anyone's selling Buffalo Bills tickets, please reach out to me so I can tell JD this guy's one of the biggest fans you ever meet. He was sitting front row in the sun with me and Libre. So thanks for dropping in, JD.
Thank you, JD.
I was an Iowa State fan for 4 years. I was a season ticket holder living in New Mexico, 2009 to 2012, and trust me, it's tough. You need to have dedication to do that. So awesome job, man. Just keep it up. I did it for 4 years, and it was tough just trying to get up like at 5 in the morning to try to make the drive down, a 5-6 hour drive to be in time to tailgate and watch the game.
And you're right, it does take dedication. So shout out to anyone that is a Bronco fan, such as Dak. He doesn't live in Denver, but this dude, he's diehard Broncos to the end. And when he can make a game, dude has a family, he has a job, he has obligations. But if he can make it out for at least one game, Dak's like, all right, let me figure this out. Those are what we're all
2 this year.
My point is that me and Tiz, Tiz, you're in Colorado Springs. It's not that easy for you either. But what I'm saying is, like, these out-of-staters, that are true Denver Bronco fans, I give you guys much love for just being like, how do I figure out week 1? Or how do I figure out week 6? Or I'm just, you know what I mean? Hypothetically weeks, even if those are away games. I'm just saying a shout out to all you guys. Go ahead.
You said you resided in New Mexico at one point. What part, bro? Because I grew up
I lived in Farmington. I lived in the Four Corners section. It took about 5-6 hours to drive to make the drive up here every week, and I would just work with my company. I worked for Kmart at the time, and I told them, hey, I need Sunday off so I could be at the game. So I would work Saturday and either leave Saturday night or Sunday, like as early as I can, be on the road by 5 a.m. so I could be there no later than 11. I'd leave earlier sometimes, but it was basically you would go. By the time I got home after the game, it'd probably be 22, 24 hours without sleep just to be able to watch one game, man, at home because I had to be back Monday morning by 9 a.m. and then I get home Monday.
That's tough, bro. I hear you on that.
Since we're on the New Mexico tip, my whole family comes from Mora, Española, and Las
Oh,
Vegas.
hell yeah. Norteños, bro.
Yeah,
I already know. I
Why do you think I
grew
got
up.
the 14 after Tim Dog?
Hell yeah, dude. I love it. I grew up in Santa Fe and Albuquerque mixture, but mainly Santa Fe. So
love it.
I grew up when I was younger. I lived in Albuquerque, and I actually moved to Colorado
crazy
because I'm a Bronco fan.
All right, guys,
dude.
Let's get back into this next conversation, and
Yeah.
we'll read some more comments. Keep them coming, everybody. We didn't read this.
Oh, mate, we didn't get to that. Let me drop that real quick.
Can I read it, Dak?
Yeah, go ahead. This is your show, sir. This is you. Your spotlight.
Dak, you're my boy. I gotta ask, man. I love when you're the co-host. It takes some pressure off of you. I love Dak when he's not the host. He looks so much more like, I'll just answer questions. It's
relax,
great to see.
Relax a bit to me.
But Infinity and Soulmate said, thank you, Tim Dog. Happy birthday, Soulmate. You're such a great lady. I love the fact that we linked up. Tiz was there. Tiz met Soulmate and Infinity. They're great people. They're doing their music. It's even on the website. So if you go to the website and check out and click that button for them, man, I can't ask for the two newest people as Bronco fans in my life that already feel like family, like puro gente. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's just they're great. So happy birthday, Soulmate, from all of us, right, guys?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Hit up the website, listen to their song, and there's a little link on that little player. You could listen to one of their songs, Big Bronco Energy, but go to their YouTube channel and subscribe. They got some great music on there. They got some great videos on there. Just listen to them. Keep that playing in the background, and it's awesome music. All Bronco music, man.
All day. All right, let's get in this next one. And I don't think Jay's out there because he would have commented by now. But once he rewatches it, he's gonna wish he was live. Here's the other guy that stood out to me in training camp, man. And let me do this real quick before I even say
it. Go.
Jonah Coleman. There was a play when me and Libre were there, man. And it was supposed to go off tackle to the left. Line collapsed. And his sweep that he didn't try to make nothing out of nothing. His whole footwork just went to the right side. And there wasn't a linebacker in sight. The only chance was a cornerback pulling off. So the wide receiver, if he makes that block, which happened, he's gone for 80, 90, 10, wherever you are. He did that. I'm not comparing him. Please don't think I'm comparing him to Barry Sanders yet. But it looked like a Barry Sanders move. And I've been arguing with Jay for weeks and weeks on this because he's like, Coleman, I believe Coleman is our future. So don't think I'm a hater. Anybody out there, including you two, I am not a Coleman hater. What I'm saying, he has to prove it on the field and against real defenses, not training camp or preseason. I don't give a shit about his 6 yards on 4 carries. That doesn't matter to me right now at the moment. See the hole, do what you're doing. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give Coleman the other end of what I gave Ingram. I'm going to go with you first, Tiz, this time. How did you feel about Jonah Coleman's training camp?
I love what he's doing. I mean, he showed a lot of explosiveness, a lot of stop and go, being able to make the plays when he needs to, be able to move around and find the little gaps. Kind of, I'm not gonna say it, but kind of like some other Hall of Fame quarterbacks that might have worn number 30 and we're here for a few years. Won a few Super Bowls, so let's hope he continues on that trajectory. Going into the season, I thought Jaleel McLaughlin was gonna take that third spot. Now Jaleel McLaughlin is pretty much putting tape for other teams. Just what we saw in the first few weeks with Coleman, man. We know JK is going to get that first spot. Most likely, RJ is going to be in there. And if he only keeps 3 running backs, it's likely going to be Coleman from what I can see.
Because there is a chance we will only run 3 with keeping a fullback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that goal line presence, which once again Jay doesn't like, but I don't give a shit who scores as long as we score. Talk to me, Dak. What did you think about Coleman's training camp experience?
I really like what I saw with Jonah Coleman, running in between the tackles. I just feel like, and even just watching him last game, I think it was kept real short, right, in preseason, the first game, because I felt like Sean
4 carries and hit the bench.
Yeah, he saw enough, right? He's like, I've seen
Yeah.
enough. Let's pull him out. He had 2 opportunities to have the ability to do some pass protection. He kind of whiffed on one, but that's okay. Rookie, coming into the NFL, and one of them he did a solid job, right? So he was 50-50. That's okay. You're gonna, I think overall, he's really solid in terms of pass protection coming into the NFL. There's a clip surfacing on Twitter where he puts the inside linebacker that was drafted out of Ohio State. You probably know his name, Sonny Styles. He put him on his ass. Jonah Coleman did, right? We know what Sonny Styles is in this NFL. Well, in college, mind you.
Thanks for that.
He inside linebacker, sideline to sideline, put him down, right?
Yeah.
And I had my eyes on Jonah Coleman like in December, man. I started watching him, of course, Big Ten. He's in our division, but he plays Oregon, and I was like, dude, I really like this guy. He's a dog, literally, right? Because just the way he just runs the football, the physicality he brings, a contact balance, and just the drive with his legs, the power. I like him a lot. I think a lot of people underrate his pass catching ability as a running back. Will that be showcased this year? Maybe not as much. I don't know yet to be sure, but
I don't. I don't.
He is really good, dude.
I don't undervalue his potential to catch a ball. It's how he turns, because it's a lot different getting the ball off the run than it is turning to make a catch. I will say Harvey is definitely better at that. We can get into that later, but keep going, Dak. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry at all. I really kind of kept tabs of what like leading up to the draft with Jonah Coleman. You remember there was a certain running back who was a free agent at the time. I think when Sean first got hired in Denver, was Josh Jacobs, right? And that's kind of there's some similarities in their game. Jonah Coleman, Josh Jacobs, that I feel like Jonah Coleman, once he's a finished product per se, I think that could be his ceiling. That would be scary hours for the rest of the league. I feel like if he can implement, he can come even close to what Josh Jacobs is, because Josh Jacobs either doesn't have that like home run speed, right? He's gone type of thing. He just ground and pound kind of guy. He has some burst to him.
Yeah, but it'll put you like
Short
on a
burst.
2nd and 3rd rather than a 2nd and 10.
Right. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I think Josh Jacobs is just a little bit bigger, but hey, sign me up. I do like Jonah Coleman quite a bit, though.
Dude, I've never disliked him. It's just the argument of JK. Dude, here's what I didn't like, man, is what everyone was saying. Oh, JK's just going to be hurt again and Coleman's going to take over. I'm like, why would you wish that on your own team? Because JK killed it for us last year until he got hurt. And damn well if we had him in the AFC Championship, we would have been there. So I just feel like he's getting a lot of disrespect because of his own injury. Here's what I'm going to say about him. He bounced back. And call me a liar. Did J.K. Dobbins not always bounce back anyhow he could off any injury? Because he had multiple. It wasn't the same injury over and over again. Anytime he got hurt, did he not come and say, put me in, coach, I'm going full force? He's that kind of dude. Talk to me, Tiz.
Yep. How do you think he continues to be a top back even after his days in Baltimore? When he would get hurt, he'd come back and he'd start for them again. He'd win the job again. He did that. He got hurt in Baltimore again. He came back and he played for the Chargers and played solid, earned himself this job in Denver. And then he came out last year, and we saw exactly what he could could do after missing 5-6 games at the end of the previous season. And I'm gonna say it's San Diego because they're never gonna convince me they're an LA team, man. I always call them the San Diego Chargers.
Dude, I do the same thing, and my brother George gives me shit all the time.
Yep.
He's like, "It's not San Diego." Bullshit. It's San Diego.
Exactly, man. That's it. Always comes out to me, San Diego. Because it was all my life. It was San Diego until just a few years ago. At least the Rams, they were previously in LA when I was younger. But yeah, he just continues to bounce back and have strong seasons. I mean, if he could actually just if he stays healthy, it's going to be pretty darn dangerous. Like you said, he comes in that AFC Championship game. Number one, he's blocking for Stidham in that pass where he just, I don't know what Stidham was doing. He just like grabbed it and kind of like threw it, whatever the hell he was doing, and it was a fumble.
Yeah.
That's not happening, and that's the play that killed us. And he's probably moving the ball a little bit more, moving the chain so we could and we're winning that game. Who knows what happens when we get to the Super Bowl against Seattle?
Agreed. So Dak, going to you, J.K. Dobbins. I know he's had a lot of injuries, but did he not tough all of them out and say, you know what, I'm not leaving until I can't do it no more? I mean, you got to give this man. He can't control his injuries. He can't.
That's unfortunate.
Go ahead.
Injuries are unfortunate circumstances. You know, you can't. There's only so much you can do to your body to take care of yourself and try to prevent as much as you can. Look at last year, on pace for almost 13 yards rushing. Unfortunately, he got that hip drop tackle. You can't control that. You're in.
That's they got rid of the hip, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was really unfortunate for him in that Raiders game, mind you. But I would say like having Jonah Coleman, I think gives J.K. Dobbins more of an opportunity to have more durability throughout the duration of the season. You know, it's a 17
and Waddle.
You keep your running back fairly fresh, right? RJ Harvey shown that he's gotten better in between the tackles the last game that I seen too. So you're gonna have a 1-2-3 punch, and it has me very reminiscent of the running back room back in 2011, which I looked up and saw that was potentially Sean Payton's best running back room in his tenure as a head coach, and that was Mark Ingram, Pierre Thomas, and Darren Sproles. So this running back room this season, it has me very reminiscent of that particular running back room. Now, will the production match is to be seen, but I like that we have an opportunity to potentially do something big in our run game this year.
Exactly, bro. Dak, why don't you run some comments for us, bro, and then I'll get us into the next one, doggy. Good, both.
Yeah. JD drops in again. What's up, Tim and Tiz? I like that. Tim and Tiz. I love that so much. It's a tongue twister for me too, though. And then he says, "Thanks, bro."
He's saying thanks, bro. Anybody that has wants to sell Buffalo tickets to like a larger audience, I think he needs like 4 or 5. Let us know. And then that way
they're going to Bronco fans, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. Cody drops in. I'll be there for 2 weeks, Tim. We gotta link up. Let's go.
For sure. Cody, you the man.
Week 8 and the bye week will be in Denver. Ooh.
Let's link up. We're gonna have to do a podcast side by side.
Alex drops in. Our boy Alex Ramirez with the final word. He says, "Yo,
what's up, Alex?" Because that is the final word.
Yeah, the fellas. Matthew Faulkner 4579 drops in. What's up, Matthew? Thank you for tuning in. Going to the game tomorrow? You guys tailgating? He asks.
All right. So who this is right here? This is Matthew. He's the owner / manager of the Damn Grill. So in
awesome.
1 week from today, me and Libra are gonna go on location again, and we're gonna go to this place. He's off 225 in Tamarack, I believe. If you want to send the address, Matthew, please do. We're gonna go live from this man's place. It's open to any sports fan, but they kind of do like a Vikings vibe, but fans. He still has Broncos stuff up on the walls. Me and Libre linking up with him next Thursday. I can't wait to go have a food and a beer and do a live location with Libre. So Matthew, thank you so much for allowing us to do that. Keep it in the comments, brother. Check out the Damn Grill. Please Google it. It's one of the best places you're gonna eat at.
Yeah, and we'll be tailgating for that Jacksonville game. Huge. We got over 100 people confirmed already for Jacksonville. We're not going to be tailgating next week. I don't know that we're going to be tailgating for the final preseason, but regular season is when the tailgating gets really huge for us, man.
Hell yeah, dude, that sounds exciting. Cody chimes in again and says, "Go Jonah Rangers." Infinity Soulmate. Thanks for the love, Orange and Blue. You already
Happy
know.
birthday again, soulmate.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy birthday.
There he is coming in, confirming what I'm saying. Go ahead, Dak.
Can't wait to have you guys next week at the Damn Grill. Is at 8000 East Quincy Avenue, Denver, 80237 zip. Barry Sanders, let's hope so. Woo!
Hey, I'm not comparing him yet. It just looked like a Barry
Damn.
Sanders move.
Oh, you
That's
reaching
all
for
I
the
said.
stars. You're reaching for the gold jacket.
No, Jay's reaching for the gold jacket.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Infinity Soulmate again. We just want to watch some good football. Play tomorrow, even if the plays are generic. Hell yeah. We love the football. Just the fact that it's Denver Broncos football. I'm always up for it. Always up for it. But even the players are up for it. You know, they got their jobs on the lines. They're trying to make a 53-man roster. So they're going to bring the fire. And then my Broncos bro, my brother from another mother, drops in. What's up, fellas? Bronco Tiz in the house.
What up, my brother? That's my brother George
What up, man?
right there. Tuning in a
Broncos,
little late,
bro?
but I get how life goes, my brother. We got Tiz and your Broncos. Hey, George, do you even Broncos, bro?
Yeah. We got Shy in the house. Hey, guys, go Broncos.
What up, Shy?
Have a good night, Tim Dog. Hey.
Right on. Thank you.
Oh, and then we got 2 more, and then we're done with comments, it looks like. We'll be caught up. So,
What?
What's that? Jonah!
No, he didn't. I summoned the demon.
Tim joining my cult. Oh my God, he's crazy. Get a hold of yourself, Jay.
You know what, Jay? We got a 4 square. You just jump on, bud. Let's talk, because I'm giving Jonah his props, all right?
He's the president of the Jonah Fan Club.
But I get it. So, you know what? Thank you for everyone leaving their comments. Please keep them coming. That way Dak has something to do over there. He doesn't get bored. Or, you know what I mean? Because this guy knows all sports as well. So, you know what? We're all having a good time. Here's another thing I want to talk about, Jonah. About the Jonah take. It's not about Jonah. George is going to get real mad at me for this one. But I watched him at the last training camp. And neither me, Libre, or the people sitting around us was happy with Harvey's performance. Dude was getting shut down, even on his routes. And maybe it's because his own team and they know what he's doing. Maybe that's what's it. But Coleman definitely outshined RJ Harvey. And it wasn't close. Wasn't close. So here's a conversation I want to have. I'm gonna go into you, Tiz. First of all, tell me how you thought about Harvey's training camp, and then tell me, is there a possibility that no one's taking number 1? I don't care. Away from JK, No one's doing it right now. But do you think there's a possibility where Coleman moves into number 2 before week 1 when we actually get started in Arrowhead? And then tell me how you think his training camp went.
I don't know about him moving in for week 2 for week 1. I mean. I think eventually Jonah will take over that spot, but I think going into week 1, it's going to be Harvey. He's got the experience. Shoot, he had what 10, 12 touchdowns last season. He made plays.
Shit. Where's he at? I hold on. We'll get back to this real quick. Hold on. I got a special guest here. To everybody out there, we got no other than Orange Vader, baby. What's up, James? How you
What's
doing,
up,
brother?
brothers? What's
What's up, Orange Vader?
happening?
That's my
What
dog.
up?
That is my dog, and I'm sorry, Tiz. We will get back to it, but he has a
We're good,
little
man.
window. Look at him in the Vader cave, the Orange Cave.
Orange and blue, that's what we do, right, fellas?
That's
Yes,
what we
sir.
do, brother. How you doing, Vader?
I just got home, man, running around all crazy.
This is one of the biggest freaking local celebrities. He's Libre status. He's limo status. He's, man, I mean, I can't tell you enough how great it is to be your friend. Dak or Tiz, have you guys ever met James before?
I
Yeah.
have not met him. I don't think I've met him before.
No,
James-
yeah, man, you never met the Orange Vader? What?
I know we've
Week three, hopefully.
we've talked to each other at the stadium a few times, man. I know I've seen you around
Yeah.
at the games, man.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
Meeting you.
since '97.
Oh, 1997?
That's when I got my season tickets. I've been a Bronco fan since '77, man. But
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
me
a
too.
season holder
Oh, yeah.
since '97, man.
Since 76.
Yep.
So, guys, this is James Orange Vader. He's there at everything. Of course, everybody knows he dresses up in a Darth Vader, but a Bronco attire accordingly.
Yeah.
Orange Vader, one of the biggest known people in the Denver community. I will say this, James, Dak will be out on week 3. I would love to introduce you guys. You guys can
Oh,
shake
yeah?
and this and that. He'll be coming
Yeah.
out from Oregon.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, man. So what we're doing here for James tonight, he's in a competition, and I'm going to send everyone a link after the show. It's a voting contest, just like we did for Notorious for his painting, just like we did with Jesse for the food truck. Jesse did take number one. Jesse did take number 1. But Vader, do you want to talk a little bit about what competition you're in real quick?
Wow, I was because I read a lot of music. I've been writing a lot of gospel music. I like to write gospel music. I wrote some Orange Vader music. I wrote some street music. So I seen this this ad, and it was talking about Christian artists, new Christian artists. Send your music in. Could win up to so much money, and I like I just wanted to do it just to just to check it out, and I didn't hear anything because I put it in like about 2 months ago. So I didn't really, I put it in, I sent a song, and I was just reading the rules and the regulations. It was talking about, it has to be your song, original song. It can't be a third party. It can't be this. It has to be copyrighted by me only, nobody else. Make sure nobody, is involved with it. It's all mine, my music, my singing, mine this and that. So I just put it in. I said, well, I'm gonna put it in, just check it out. Because, everybody, I perform it and sing it. So I thought I'd just give it a try. And then next thing you know, I guess they sent me the email like 4 or 5 days ago. I didn't even know that. I checked my email yesterday and like, what? I made it. So it was in the list, and it had me at 94th place. Because I didn't know the contest was starting already. People are already doing their things. I'm like, oh man, I'm in 94th place. So
And what we're gonna do for you, Vader, because man, we're fat, man. We're fucking.
Oh yeah.
We're puro gente, you know that. And you got love. I mean, man, we backyard grill. You came over, got a plate for my sister which is his wife, at the barbecue at George's house. Shout out to my brother George.
Yeah.
You even met Johnny, I think, right? You met Johnny that day, and
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play some of your song for you. So everybody listen out there.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna send a link out to everybody. It's a 1-day vote. Every day it's just a vote. It's just a click of the button. I'll send out the link, and let's just go support our own Denver community. So here we go.
Yeah, check it out.
I wanna thank you for loving me. And Jesus, I wanna thank you for holding my hand. I wanna thank you for letting me understand. I wanna thank you.
Is it on?
I wanna thank you.
It's-
Jesus, I wanna thank you.
You could hear it. He can't hear it. Can you turn it up?
This happened last time, guys. I want to tell you this happened last time too. If you guys can't hear it, the whole audience can. I know.
I could hear it. I'm hearing it on my earpiece.
Vader, if you can't hear it, I promise you it's on. Everyone's listening. Let us get through the last part. I promise you, everyone's listening. So when you drop off here in a few after we do this, go ahead and just fast forward to the part, and I promise you, the whole audience. If anyone's out there, please let me know, Orange and Vader. But we already did the sound check, so let me finish.
Jesus, I wanna thank you for everything. I wanna thank you for loving me. And Jesus, I wanna thank you for holding my hand. I wanna thank you for letting me understand. I wanna thank you.
So Vader, it was playing. You guys heard it, right, guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great stuff, dude.
Great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Great
Yeah, and I
stuff.
checked today. I was in 7th place, so I dropped big time.
I synced it. So I can't. Are you going to the watch party week 1 or no?
No, because we were going to go to Kansas. We were still debating.
That's right. Well, let me know, my brother. Orange Vader, man, thank you for coming on the show. We dropped your track.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? Orange and blue.
That's what we do.
You have a great night, Vader. I got your back. I'm going to send the link to everybody.
All right, God bless you guys. Let's win this. Take this win tomorrow. Let's kick some butt tomorrow, right?
Exactly.
All right, man. God bless you guys.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
God bless you, man. Take care.
Man, that's my brother right there, man. That guy is so great, man. Vader's just one of the best guys you can meet. Let's get back in the conversation at hand, Tiz. We're talking about Harvey, so go ahead and pick up.
I mean, yeah, like I was saying, I think it's gonna be Harvey at the beginning. I think they're two little different running backs, but I think Harvey's gonna have that number 2 job, and you're gonna see a little bit of Jonah in that 3 spot. But as the season goes on, the season wears on, you'll probably see a little more of both of them and a little more of a Jonah as we need it, because it gets a little tougher towards the end of the season. Harvey's more that open field guy that's going to make the big house call. Jonah Coleman's more the guy that's going to break the tackles, find the little creases, and find ways to pick up those extra few yards for you, man. And that's what it becomes towards November and December in this game, is the guy that could get those tough yards.
Makes sense. Dak, how do you think about Harvey, his whole training camp?
He's the Alvin Kamara of this offense, I feel like.
Okay.
Just in terms of a receiving threat out of the backfield.
Yep.
The best receiving threat, out of all the running back room, right? If we're being honest here.
Yeah.
Constantly hearing about the wheel routes that he would catch from Bo Nix, those receptions. You love to see it, right? Beating DBs, mind you, on some of those plays. Like, that's crazy work, man. Very explosive. I remember even our brother George talking about how he was one of the best players in training camp the day he went, right? So that was pretty exciting. But what I would say is I do like this running back room a lot. Jonah Coleman, also going back to him, and and RJ Harvey having that ability to run in between the tackles really, really keeps, I'm going to harp on it, keeps J.K. Dobbins fresh. And I feel like you can really maybe keep J.K. Dobbins fresh until the second part of the season and get him going and get that volume going with this. I'd rather have him towards our postseason run rather than at the beginning of the season. But it is going to be interesting to see how Davis Webb operates this running back rotation, because I do remember last season
the design scheme of it, right?
Yeah. And that's kind of like what we lost towards the end of the season when we lost J.K. We lost that guy that could just go down the middle. RJ is great in the open field. He's great on the sidelines, great making those big plays, but he couldn't get the tough yards, and we didn't have that last year. Right. So now we got 2 guys that can do that.
Absolutely. And I would say too is like, yeah. So I would have J.K. Dobbins at the second part of the playoff run, and it'll be interesting because I do remember Sean Payton saying though it is hard to implement three running backs, but do they figure out a way? I know Sean Payton is very clever in figuring that out. We've
Well,
seen it been done in
Sean
the
Payton's
past.
always been
So
like he never went against the run, but he had Drew Brees, and it just was just a double factor. So now if he has three running backs, you just got to figure out what pieces to put together because now you got Davis Webb there. So now it's his job to do that. I know Sean Payton very hard to give up the playbook, but you got what have we been calling it, Dak? A three-headed monster, right? You know,
yeah, it is a 300 monster.
there's
All
no
dynamic.
reason why JK can't go healthy through the whole year if Coleman is getting snaps, if JK's taking snap, like if Waddle is getting thrown out, and now Sutton and the Ingram's open up. Like, dude, just you got a whole field. I don't get why we're getting so and okay, we can say the words overdogs over and over, but it irritates me to think that look at our offense. Besides
Bo
the
himself.
center at the moment, how do you look at this whole setup? And it's not just dude, because just say I was another fan from the AFC West, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, whoever. I would look at the Broncos like that's a scary ass team to play.
Teams are gonna have to circle us on their schedule, right? Because
Thank
I
you.
know plenty of us throughout the fan base has, voiced our concerns, or maybe not so much like concern, but like no, we got a tough schedule, those first 6 games, but it's like, teams are looking at us and being like, oh damn, we got the Broncos, we got to face them. So I feel like there's a level of confidence I think with this team having that AFC Championship experience now too. I think
Yeah,
our
without
team,
their starter
the players
corner,
the
starting
players
running
within the
back.
locker room really feel like they got a squad. And they can make some noise. So when you reach a certain point in the NFL and you go as far as you did in the postseason, that just it instills a lot of confidence. And I think Bo Nix year 3 and the way he's wrapping it off in popping off in training camp. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be scary hours for the NFL.
Definitely.
Because he's also said too. He also said, that he feels like this could be a top offense in the NFL. Now, some national media, kind of poked fun at him for it.
But
But
it
I,
already
Clay,
was. I mean, Bo Nix, look at his passing yards, dude. I mean, come on, man. Like, you can't take that away. And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because we can have the whole show just go down about why people say Bo's not an elite, which
yeah,
he
no,
is.
for sure, no. But yeah, he's
But
confident, right? It's your
yeah,
quarterback.
that's all that matters to us, dude.
Yeah.
Bo's coming out and he might get some reps, this and that. The other thing I want to talk about, and Tiz, I'll start with you, is not saying that he hasn't already done it because he has, but just to see in training camp, I thought Vance Joseph has such control over his defense. I know the Benito incident happened, and I don't want to really get into that all crazy because there's been multiple shows that already went through all of that. I'm glad Bo stuck up for himself, no doubt. But Vance Joseph, the way he ran his off our defense in training camp, yeah, off the bat when they're doing a drill, he would blow a whistle and be like, he would call a player back and let the play go and be like, you already stepped out of position. He's seeing 11 players be so like, and calling out one that wasn't doing his job. And Vance is like, come here. If not in the conversation, one of the best defensive coordinators of all time, I can deal with that. But I believe Vance Joseph is the best defensive coordinator in the league. Talk to me, Tiz.
Yeah, I could talk to you a little bit about that. I think when he got here the first time, what's the first thing John Elway said? He's the leader of the men. He's basically the drill sergeant on that field that everybody believed in. He didn't get the best opportunity, of course. He didn't get the best help. They just handed him his offensive coordinator, his staff. They said, "This is your staff, and you're gonna go with it." I've always been a fan of Vance Joseph. A lot of people gave me shit because I supported him his first 2 years, and I wanted to see him succeed. And unfortunately, what happened, and we had to move on. And then when he came back, I said the same thing. He's going to be the good player, even good coach, and he's continued to prove it. We had that little mishap in Miami a few years back, that first year, but that was partially because of some of the bad apples in the locker room at the time. Man, we got rid of that. We got rid of the cancers, and we're seeing what he can do when he has the players that are committed to him, the players
Be-
that
because that's
he can
easy.
coach.
It's easy to fire somebody after that game.
Yeah,
He bounced back.
it would have been so
Continue,
easy.
Tiz. Continue, Tiz. Go ahead.
It would have been so easy to fire somebody. I mean, there was everybody in Broncos country, everybody in the media was calling for heads, and Sean Payton just stuck with him and said, "Just trust us. It's only week 3." And what happened? Our defense slowly improved that year. Our defense the very next year improved. Our defense last year became one of the best defenses in the league. Helped take us to the AFC title game, and part of that is because we have that drill sergeant, that leader of men, in Vance Joseph back there, man. He does have a few good players on his staff, but at the same time, he is the leader of that staff. And
Definitely.
yeah, I'm guessing if he continues on the trajectory, we're going to be looking for a new defense coordinator next year, because he's going to get a job somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Hopefully, he gets the right opportunity and gets to show what he can do as a head coach. But he most likely is going to get a job pretty soon.
Well, a lot of people thought that last year as well, and look, he's still
Yeah.
here because he didn't get the head coaching job interviews and blah blah blah. I'm not hating on him. I don't think he's the particular head coach that you would want. I think he's a great defensive coordinator. Talk to me, Dak. What do you think about him getting his team ready out of training camp to preseason, and what he brings to this Bronco community? Talk to me about Vance
I
Joseph.
think he brings a level of continuity, right? Like you really have a lot of a good majority of this defense coming back into the fold, right? Without John Franklin Myers, but I think it looks like
You're
the way
on
he's
that
done
one,
his
dude.
rotation, the way he's running that interior defensive line rotation, I'm actually intrigued by it, right? We have a good number of guys who are talented that are more than capable of filling that void, right? And I'm saying that not one specific guy is going to replace the void that John Franklin Myers was, but we do have guys with different skill sets on that interior defensive line that is more than capable of having some level of production to help fill that void. But I would say I'm very excited, but I want to see him adapt because there have been times in the regular season where we've started off hot in the regular season. These other offensive coordinators kind of notice some of the weaknesses, well, not weaknesses, his tendencies, I like to use in terms of, Vance Joseph calling his defenses and they attack those tendencies. So I'm interested to see how Vance Joseph adapts this year, right? Because there has been some times where there was a drop off. You look at the Bulls rookie season and last year, there was a drop off. But I did like what we showed in the postseason with the Bills game, having that ability to force turnovers, and that looks like that's translated into preseason, right? You're forcing turnovers. I want to see it for a whole 17
Can I
games.
ask you a real quick question, Dick? That was our beef last year, is not having the turnovers, even though we were getting sacks and
Mm-hmm.
we
Right,
weren't getting the turnover right. Which
right.
I see where you're going, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but every turnover can always go in your favor. But I get what you're saying. Continue, Dick.
Yeah, no, and like not only that, but there was times where like we didn't even have certain amount of sacks in games, right? And it for whatever reason, right? Like some of these bigger offensive lines, like the Chargers, the Bills, kind of took it to us, I'm talking about like a full sample since Bo Nix was quarterback, right? His
Yeah.
rookie season, and I'm talking about last year too. So does Vance Joseph figure out a way over a 17 game season how to adjust? That's been my biggest gripe with him as a defensive coordinator. But productive, and I'm glad he's back in Denver. It felt like a foregone conclusion that he would be gone and he would be, a head coach elsewhere, right? Because he does deserve his second opportunity. But he's back in Denver, right? So I'm excited to see what he does with this defense.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, without Vance Joseph, man, we wouldn't have the Bronco squad that we had. And I know it's Sean Payton's stamp of approval to do what he needs, but Vance was the one we like. These are the pieces to the puzzle
And
that I
it's and
and he. Go ahead.
real quick, it is crazy though to see where a lot of folks were calling for his job after that 70-20 loss, but the way he
Which
came
his
back
brother.
from yeah, exactly. It's just so crazy though, right? Like not a
Yeah.
lot of people come back from that, dude.
I'm not
So
gonna lie. I was calling
shout
for
out
his.
to him.
I'm not gonna lie. I called for his job. I called for his head, and good thing they didn't do it. You
Sean
know what I
Payton,
mean?
really, that was guts for Sean Payton to stay the course with Vance Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So there's another topic. You want to get in some comments first before we keep going, Deck?
Let's do this. Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Keep the comments coming, everybody, please. Where's my brother George at? I thought you'd be on the show by now.
Jay dropped in and said, "Happy birthday, Lil King! It is Jonah
Oh
Coleman's
my
birthday,
god!
so happy birthday, Jonah Coleman."
I'm gonna say
Infinity
happy birthday,
Soulmate.
soulmate. Ah, there they are. The damn
dropped
grill. They
in.
know what that's about.
Damn grill, yeah. Shy in the house. Hey guys. Jay showing his love. Tiz, thank you so much for the dope website. Yeah, I love it a
Absolutely.
lot.
Thank you, Tiz. You did a
Definitely
great
Absolutely,
job,
love it.
brother.
Killed it. Infinity Soulmate, loving the vibes, with the music with Vader. Vader, love it, brother.
Vader's getting love all day.
I was
Vader's like,
just saying hi.
yeah.
Have a good night, Tim Dog. Have a good night, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Erica J. What's up, Tim, bro? I like that. I like that.
What up? What up?
Shy Vargas again. ORAG. Orange, maybe? I don't know what he was trying to say there.
I think so.
Orange and blue, that's what we do. Yeah, there you go. Love it. Erica J. Mile High Squatch is cooking.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And then your princess comes in, Braylon. Hi, Dad.
My boo boo.
So cute. Shy says, good night, guys. Erica says, nope. You need to get new Bronco gear. LOL. Oh, Oregon, no way. ASU, Arizona. It's crazy work when Arizona State loses two elite quarterbacks to LSU. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Sam Levitt, and then you lost Jaden Daniels.
I'm still with ASU though,
Tough work.
even though what you just said is right, but yeah.
And I know it's all love. Dak, I'm picking Shane. Loves ASU. It's all good. All love here. I could take the fire. It was fun when we were in the Pac-12. Too bad that's
Now
done
you're in the
with.
Big Ten, baby. Oh, we
Big
got
10.
Vader.
Broncos are going to be ready this year. You're going to be tough. Coaching staff will be better. It's going to be a good season, and watch OBJ. Yep. Yeah,
Right.
there's a lot of comments. We're caught up. So
Right on, right on. So here's one thing that I witnessed in the last training camp exercise that they had going on. And then after that, we're going to get my daughter a little shout out. But let's get through this real quick. I don't know if you can take it. It could go 50-50. But Waddle blew by PS2 twice. On 11-11, when they brought 11-11 out, he burned him. So I don't know if that was PS2 being generous. I don't want to hit a receiver and risk injury to either of us. I don't think he actually got burnt, but Waddle did have a great route, but I don't think PS2 was totally there. Talk to me, Tiz. Did you hear about this whole Waddle burning PS2 twice in the last training camp?
Yeah, I heard about it. It was all over Twitter and stuff. I didn't see it. I wasn't at that practice, but from what I hear, he burned him, and who knows what he said. Remember, these two kids went to college together. Yeah, Alabama. I want to say so. They know each other very well, and Waddle just got the best of him.
Yeah.
In practice, from what I hear, and that's an All-Pro. That's a Defensive Player of the Year. So that shows a lot what we picked up in Waddle, man.
Yeah, for sure, Tiz.
But Tiz, do you think that PS2 is laying off, or do you think he actually got burnt? Like
Um,
because it's training camp, bro. He's already
yeah,
defensive player of the year. He might not want to risk injury to a wide receiver. I just want to give a little bit more.
yeah. I know exactly where you're going here. I know exactly. Um, I'm not sure
Don't
if
do it,
either of them
Tiz. He's
guys will
setting you
speak,
up.
but at the same time, I like I said, they've been battling together since what 2018, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
it's been a
They've
minute,
been.
dude.
I mean, there's a lot of pride in that locker room. There's a lot of pride between these guys. They want to
Um,
show up each other. They've been doing it for years, man. So
I
I can't say that PS2 just let him have it. PS2 might have made a misread. I don't know exactly what was going on in his mind, but I don't think he just laid up and said, "Go get that play for you."
Okay, okay. Dak, talk to me, man. Do you think that PS2 laid off in those two plays? Like, I don't want to risk injury for one, and for two. All right. Oh, Dak got something to
absolutely
say.
not,
I
bro.
want
He
to
was
hear this.
got. He
Everyone
was
in the
got
comments,
by
please
Jalen
hear what
Waddle,
Dak's about to say because he's totally
bro.
waddle right now.
They're
Hey, do the
two.
waddle. Dak, before you go, you got to do the waddle.
Hey,
That's my dog.
they're two. Like Tiz has said, they've been competing against each other for quite some time since their Bama time, right? Roll Tide. But I would say this, dude. They're two dogs competing, bro. You think that I'm gonna let the guy across from me school me, dog, and vice versa? Have you heard the training camp? The just what's been talked about, just both offense and defense going at one another. I don't think there's been
Yeah,
anybody laying off, man. You saw with Bo Nix and Bonito. You're seeing all this. It's just both sides, just fun, competitive edge on both sides, man. I think, hey, Jalen Waddle is that dude. He is a stud, bro. We traded a first and a third for him for no reason, bro. The NFL is about to find out who really Jalen Waddle is now that he'll have a legitimate elite quarterback throwing to him.
yeah,
I did say elite. I did say elite, ladies and gentlemen, because
No
Bo
one's
Nix,
arguing with you. Keep going.
yeah. But Jalen Waddle's ability to like just stop on a dime, right, in his routes and just change speeds. Even Sean Payton said like that's one of his best weapons in his game is just that quick stop ability and just to change pace of his routes, man. Not a lot of people could do that at a high clip as a route runner, as a wide receiver in the NFL. And Jalen Waddle is that dude, my guy. He might have had the depoy on skates, but that's okay because I'm sure Patrick Tan got his licks back too. So hey, that's the NFL for you. That's so cute.
that's Leah, and then
So
Leo's somewhere
cute.
around here. Our other one.
Aw.
Say hi, Leah.
Love dogs. Actually, speaking of dogs, my
Yeah,
German Shepherd is about to have puppies. So
she she's got a story behind her. We picked her up from the Denver Animal Shelter about 4 months ago, but when they got her, she had been homeless. They had seen her just around the neighborhood for like a month before they finally were able to catch her and get her in, man. So she had been roaming the streets for a month with no home, just surviving.
That's
And
what's
we
up.
picked
wow,
her up. Yep.
wow. She's
That's
lucky to
what.
have you, man. She's lucky to have a
Yeah.
home with you guys.
Hey, I'm a huge dog lover. I
We're
don't
lucky to
have.
have her, man. She's awesome.
I
Her
don't. I
and
don't
our
have.
other
I
one.
don't have any at the moment, but man, I'm always there. Jay, if you're still there, don't get mad at me. I'm not a cat lover. I like dogs, so
Tim is the only dog. Let's be real here.
Woo woo! Infinity, give me a woo woo.
Yep.
um, Tim, Tim, real quick, dude. I gotta fly, dude. But I did bring up that paint thing. Do you mind if I show it before
Go
I
ahead,
fly out
brother.
of
Go
here?
ahead. We'll finish out the show, brother. You're good.
I'm flying like a duck. I got it because something came up. But
You're good. You're fine.
here is Tim's ordeal.
Yep.
So can you see it good there or no?
Yeah. It's great.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, here's Tim's logo on top.
Before and after.
Yeah, before and after. The one that I did on the bottom. I'm excited to flaunt this because Tim said so. Otherwise, I would have never brought it.
All day. I appreciate it, my brother.
Looks great, man.
So the one on top was my original because I own my own painting business, Borrego Painting.
Right.
That was my first logo, and Dak just came up with me idea. He's like, "Hey, man, if you need a new logo," and sent me a thing or whatever, and life gets in the way sometimes. It's trying to get back and be like, "Yeah, I love it," but Tiz doing the website, so I'm like, "Hey, man, look what Dak built for me." And then the first thing Tiz did was like, "Oh man, that logo."
Thanks, Tiz.
Yeah.
So
Love the horns, man.
thank you so much, Dak, for doing
Thank
that, man.
you.
You're a true friend, man. I appreciate you for being on the show as long as you have. I know you weren't scheduled to be here, but we love.
It was
I love
fun.
you, show, man. All day, my brother. So say what you want real quick before you get out of here, man, and then I will see you week 3.
You will be seeing me week 3 to sweep you off your feet. That's definitely gonna happen.
Make sure you stop our tailgate C10, man.
Definitely gonna stop by. I've had the opportunity to stop by the last time I was there, my first time and last time I was there in Denver. In terms of the game, I'm talking about like doing the tailgate thing with Bronco Libre. Amazing tailgates. Yeah, phenomenal for last year's week 6. Was fun, but definitely looking forward to linking up with you guys. This has been a great time talking ball with you guys. Something that we are truly passionate about, right? Like you don't get to do this every day. I mean, people get tired of me in this area talking about my squad, right? So it's nice to have that outlet for me to talk about the Denver Broncos as much as I want to.
Yep.
So much love to you, Bronco Tiz, for doing your thing with the website. I am very, very impressed with it. You killed it, man. I'm very excited to do some blogs here in the real near future, I would say. And Tim Dog, shout out to you, man, for always having amazing guests and having me on as a guest. Much love. You're a good friend of mine as well, so near and dear to my heart. Much love to everybody in the network. It does definitely feel like a family, right? So, yeah, I'll say that, and I hope everyone has a good night.
Even Broncos, bros?
Indeed, even Broncos, bro. Tomorrow is the big game. About to ask. I'm just going to say it's going to be another one. Buckle up, get your popcorn, get your snacks, do whatever you got to do. It's going to be a fun time. Maha, salute to you guys. Later.
Right out, my brother.
Love you guys. Take it easy.
Love you too, brother.
Take care, man.
So here's where we're going to go. We're going to couple comments, Tiz, and then me and you are going to get into Tim and Tiz. Shout out to Dak for coming on. Appreciate it. We got Infinity out there. Would rather have Vance Joseph with us than against us. Of course, Infinity. You know what, man? Without Vance Joseph, we would have never got to an AFC championship. His return, being in training camp, Infinity and Soulmate were there for 4 straight days. So I guarantee you they know what I'm talking about. Just seeing Vance Joseph line up the defense just in training camp. I know we didn't face another team, Tiz.
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was that year, but he still ran his defense accordingly. Erica coming in. She said, Tim, Shen says, what's up? Shane, nothing but love for you, my brother. I got your new number in my contacts. Let's link up soon. You got Jay the Dream Weaver. Does Patty Ice make the jump into WRI territory? What's the ceiling? I don't like the nickname. Tiz, what do you say?
Does Patty Ice make right? Why are we calling him Patty Ice? I haven't heard that nickname myself. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't like it. I don't want to hear it. I just literally it's dumb. So we'll just move on.
Yeah.
Orange Vader coming back in. Izzy said, what's up? Her Jersey Shore is oh, now that Jersey Shore's over, you want to come in and join the Mile High OUTKAST, which is fine. Love you, Iz. You are my sis. Nothing but love for you. Vader's all right. He's cool too, But Iz, I miss you. Came in and said, what's up, guys? I appreciate you, my sis. That's Vader's wife. Jay the Dream Weaver coming in. Oh, dang. I don't know why there it goes. Oh dang, nice work, Dak. Oh, he's talking about the logo. Appreciate all you guys. Infinity barks in a text don't sound as good, Tim. I love it, Tim Dog. I'll do it for you. Woo woo. Erica saying see y'all down there. I think she's talking about week 2, and then it's the Broncos game. So let's get back into this, Tiz. So you know what? Mono e mono. What we're gonna do here is we're getting out of training camp. So first thing I'm gonna do is, how did you think we looked against Atlanta, brother?
I mean, sheesh, we freaking hammered them, man. And that either Atlanta wasn't ready or we're over prepared because we just dominated them from the opening snap through the end of the game, man. Was it like 24-3 or 27-3 at halftime?
Yeah,
dude. Stidham looked like the Stidham we were hoping for when Steady City was here, man. When everybody changed their profile pics to Stidham, that's what we're hoping for, and he killed it in the first half of that game. But yeah, we played a hell of a game, and then Atlanta fans thought it was Halloween and came dressed as empty seats. So if you're a Bronco fan, you're out there, make sure you show up. We don't want empty seats in that stadium tomorrow.
What was the cause behind that? Like, do you even know what like the cause behind that was? Like, because I saw the thing, I didn't realize it watching the game. That's what was happening, and maybe I just was oblivious to it at the time. But like what Libre said last night, he's like, I can hardly tell the difference. Like, could you?
Well, I mean, you could see it from. I mean, when I was watching the game, when I first watched the game, I noticed it, and then the stadium was just empty. I mean, it looked like one of those world. What was the league that we had here? USFL.
Yeah,
looked almost like one of those games. I understand it's preseason and the Falcons suck, but you got to show a little more support for your team. And then Sean Payton made the comment at halftime. A bunch of players, a bunch of people dressed up as empty seats, and I seen that and I just cracked up because I noticed the exact same thing, man.
Yeah, and I didn't notice it. That's the thing. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Like,
well,
yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I had a stream where I could see right before the game. I could see the entire stadium. It wasn't the regular TV stream. It was another stream that I was watching it on, and you could see the entire stadium before kickoff as they were getting hyped up, going through their pregame and stuff, and the stadium was empty. And that's when I first noticed it. The stadium, like I'm watching the Raiders and the Texans. Texans are killing the Raiders 20-10. They focus on the game, so you don't see the stadium as much.
You don't see the fans. They don't.
Yeah, you don't see the crowd.
They don't want to focus on their fans in their home stadium looking like it's empty.
Yeah, they're not going to focus on the fans if that stadium's empty. If it's full, they might show a few more shots. But if it's empty, the NFL is gonna try to hide that and show more of what's going on the field, and they're able to do that with all the cameras. They just pick exactly what cameras go to that's showing the field.
Yeah, of course, dude. And you know what? Like, it was crazy just to realize that afterwards. But it's like, okay, if that's what your guys' game plan is to make it look empty, that's just stupid because then you don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think it was a great idea, but, good camouflage, I guess, to them. I think the game in Atlanta, one thing that Libre hit it on the head was literally why Bo Nix didn't play. Nobody wants to go play on that turf. It's injury. Why risk it? I'm one of those guys to keep Bo out all 3 preseason games. I don't believe that he's going to skip a beat. If he doesn't play preseason, there are already rumors. Some people say it's facts that he's going to play at least a drive tomorrow night. But, I mean, if you remember, going back to the Atlanta at the turf, I don't know if you ever knew I was a huge wrestling fan. I don't know if you know who Goldberg was.
Yeah.
He was, yeah. So he played for Atlanta, and he always said that turf ruined his NFL career.
Yeah.
And
I know he. Who did he play for? He played for the Vikings, or who did he play for?
I think he went Vikings and then went to Atlanta because Atlanta didn't draft him. But I think you're right. I think it was Minnesota. I don't have that in front of me, but that was a huge cost of somebody that could have been somebody in that turf in Atlanta. So I agree with that, and I don't know why they don't change things up over there. We don't have to go on that too long, but the reason I do want to tell everyone that Bo Nix wasn't there wasn't just a coaching decision, like let's rest him. It was let's protect his ankle and let's not. This game doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything, and we had enough to do already with trying to figure out who a backup quarterback is going to be. You know what I mean?
Goldberg played for the Rams practice squad 90-91, and then he went to Atlanta 92-94. He had a couple BC Lions, a couple of World League stops in between, and then Panthers practice squad in 95.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a comparison of something that maybe could have been that, didn't happen just because of that's one thing I will say about this new Walmart organization coming in with the Broncos. They take care of their field. Would you agree?
Yep.
Yeah, bro. So there's a lot of
we spent what, 400,000 for one game for a field. Is that the right amount?
I don't know if it's the right amount, but I know it was up there. I don't know the exact, but
I think of their first season, they spent 400,000, and they've made a commitment each of the following seasons to replace it like halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, so we have a clean field to play on.
Yeah, and that's that's something that we have to be excited about, right, dude? Is like they're trying to take care of their players. They're trying to do everything they can. I mean, we can get into just multiple things from getting out of Russell Wilson's contracts or taking care of the field, this and that. The renderings aren't really making me feel good because we're a tailgating community. You know that, Tiz. But we'll see. All we can do is sit here and wait. I mean, we got no input in it, how it's going to go. Do I want a C-lot at the new stadium? Absolutely. What do you say?
I mean, yeah, I think you got to. I think there's a lot of questions that they haven't answered on that, man. I mean, I think the tailgating's got to surround the game, because I'm going to ask you a question. If you're over there and you're working an overnight shift and there's a stadium and tailgate's right across the street from your house, how are you going to feel about that? You're trying to sleep and you just hear all that noise.
It's going to be the same thing. What happened at Red Rocks? They stopped. They stopped concerts early. They got rid of Bandamere.
Yeah,
people started moving around it.
We had that same situation with the Ford Amphitheater when it opened up here in Colorado Springs. They got so many complaints, they had to make changes there, because you still got to respect people's privacy, people's ability to live a peaceful life. And if someone moves into that stadium,
I understand that to a point. But here's my point about this: why move into an atmosphere that is going to be that loud and is going to have stuff
I know, and a lot of people move into stuff not realizing, they think, oh, this is cool, but they don't always think it all the way through. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
That's gonna be part of people's thinking. The other thing I don't like is when we're out there tailgating. I'm gonna tell you how I got my vibes. When I first got my season tickets, and I was actually going to games 93, 94, 95, and 96. I was just picking up single game tickets where I could. Shoot, I was getting it for $19 a game back then.
I'm still there.
Yeah, I was just picking up games when I could, and I never tailgated at the beginning, man. I just went out there, but you know what? Just walking through the tailgate parties got me hyped for the game, got me ready to go. And if it wasn't for those for me walking through those tailgate parties, who knows exactly where it would have went? What I have picked up to tailgate? What would the audience be like? Is it going to be as loud as it is now at kickoff? Because you lose that extra hype that we gain going 5, 6, 8 hours before before kickoff, man. Just getting ready for that game. And on top of that, it's another great chance to build a camaraderie with other fans. And what are you going to do? You're going to say, oh, you can tailgate, but you got to go tailgate in this corner. Why are they hiding us? Is what I keep asking people. Why do they want to hide us? We should be the focus. We're the fans. We're the ones supporting this team. We should be the focus.
Dude, because when we go to the tailgates, me and my brother,
yeah,
we go park down by the old liquor store that's shut down, and we go around to the little dump yard, and we pay $25, I think, which is pretty good fair pricing. But we have two options. We can walk down to the hill, hit the Horseman tailgate, come around back to Libre, or we can walk up the hill and come down through the middle and go to C10 and chill with Libre. So there's always two options. And Libre's tailgate is our tailgate. He's made us feel welcome this whole time. But how do we go? Where do we go? But once you're there, you're in C-Lot and you're right there at the stadium. So now if you have to park somewhere else, and now they're telling you that you need to take transportation, this is what they're recommending, and do this and that. I'm going to bring up one real quick because you know what? Rich right here, Rich, he says, when you move downtown and or move near a stadium, that is not an issue for the team. That is an issue for the idiots who move around there. And you know what? I don't want to like literally call people that want to have something there like an idiot for buying, you know, or mortgaging a place or whatever. But here's the spot. You have to realize it in your mind. I'm moving towards a team that's sold out beyond any other organization in professional sports, not just football. And then here's what worries me. Are these guys going to start complaining? Is it going to be an issue? Now do we have to move out of that tailgate because we don't have a C-Lot no more? Everywhere we're around now, everybody already knows. I know like at least 20 people that live around the field right now that says if I don't park in my apartment right now, I will lose my spot. Like they already know what's up. Is it inconvenient? Yes. But we can't lose that tailgate, Tiz. We can't.
No, that's why I think you have to have the dedicated spots around it. Build the village around it, probably a few blocks down or along the sides, but don't build them right in front of the stadium, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, honestly, that should be where the vibes are built. That should be where the actual tailgaters, the actual true fans that are down there every week should be able to get those spots for tailgating, man.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, no matter how you put it, we're the ones that are filling those seats. We're the people that are there every week that are tailgating in lot C. Those are the people that are every week. They're the people that bring the noise. They're the people that bring the vibes to that stadium. And without us, I hate to say it, Broncos, but it's what you see like at the beginning of the games. It's not going to be the same.
Exactly.
Bring all the skydivers. Those skydivers are awesome. Bring all the flowers you want, but vibes are built in that tailgate.
Bro, you brought up the skydivers. I saw a video today how they're hanging off.
Yeah.
Before they jump, man. You talk about what we need here in Denver. Shout out real quick to Infinity. He said thanks, Stack. You got Orange Vader, Denver Gold, and Richie Rich. He's saying good evening. I skipped those comments because of what he said at the end there. But yeah, man. He also said if the stadium is there first and you move there and then get all shocked, that is not the noise. Missed me with the insanity. Yeah, I totally agreed. Let's get in the next thing. Let's get in the next thing real quick, my brother. I appreciate you being with me tonight, dude. You're a great dude, man. I'm having fun with you. Let's get into the next game. Okay, so this is. Let me do it like this. Let me do it old school style. I am gonna go like this. Let's get into fourth and fourth. Fourth and forecast. What to expect versus Green Bay? I'm going to give you the honor, Tiz, or you can kick it back to me. Talk to me, or do you want me to go first? You or me?
Yeah, I can go first. What to expect? I think you're going to see the starters, maybe a few drives. You might see Bo Nix one quarter, and then we're going to pull them out and see what our backups can do. I don't think we're gonna get Parsons back in. I'm pretty sure he's still recovering from that injury that Bo Nix forced up on top of him. But you might. I'm guessing you're gonna see the same from the Packers starters. I haven't heard much from that side. You'll probably see them for a quarter, and then we'll see exactly where we go from there, man.
So do you think everything's true? You think Bo Nix is at least going to play one set of downs, or
I think he's gonna play the first quarter. Honestly,
the whole first quarter?
Yeah, the entire. I think he's gonna play the entire first quarter for some reason. They want to make sure he's ready to go, and then they'll probably rest. I don't know. I'm not Sean Payne, but my guess is
it's just our take.
They'll play him the first quarter, and then they'll let him rest a little bit in the third game in a season, and have that final competition, so everything's fresh for those when they got to decide between Ehlinger and Stidham in that after that final game, man.
Well, here's my thing about this whole, like, okay, what is expected of Green Bay? I get what you're saying. I'm not saying I'm right, but this is what I'm gonna say: is why put Bo in when you got a shootout, or haven't given Sammy Boy a chance because he didn't get to play with the ones, and put Bo in to get some snaps. Bo's ready. I seen him in training camp. Bo's ready. I don't give a shit. To me, keep him out all preseason. And please, anyone in the comments, please let me know if I'm wrong. I am saying keep Bo Nix out all preseason. Once again, like Tiz said, I am not Sean Payton. I don't have that power. But if you really want to figure out who your backup quarterback is, why wouldn't you put Sammy Boy in to play with the ones so you can get him out there and get his reps in with people where you can actually see him with the starters? Like, just give him that chance. Bo's ready. Bo doesn't need to be in preseason. I don't care who else out there wants to disagree. Please disagree with me if you're out there, if you want to. I acknowledge it. But why risk injury? Bo's ready. I saw him in training camp. He's ready.
Yeah, I think it's more. I think you're going to see Sam start week 3, the third preseason game. So I think that's part of what they're thinking is let Sam get the reps in week 3. Let's get Bo out there now, because I've seen reports that they're everywhere. I've seen that Bo's going to start this game, and just get him used to it. Let him take that first hit. Let him get used to football. And quarter is about that's going to be the max. You might see him only play one drive, but I'm guessing 2 drives, which is about 1 quarter of play, is what we'll see him. That's just my guess.
Yeah, dude, I just don't agree with what people are trying to be like, oh, Bo needs his reps. You ask Libre, you ask George, ask yourself, the people that were at training camp, the first thing me and Libre did is look at each other in that first training camp was say, his ankle's looking good. Oh, shit, son of a bitch. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here.
What's going on?
We got my brother George in the house. What's up, George?
What's up, my brother? Sorry, it's late. Max was up a little later than normal tonight, so
you're fine. Before we get you on topic, let me get through a few comments. We got Orange Vader in the house. He said, skydiving, put me in. Orange Vader skydiving into the state. Bro, I could totally see that. I could totally see that. I don't know if my sis would be cool with that, but go for it. We got Richie Rich back up in the house. I think Nick plays 1 drive if we score and 2 if we don't. Then he gets pulled. So he's disagreeing with me about not putting him in at all. We got Bronco Libre. What's happening? Check out Bronco Tiz.
Libre.
What's happening?
We got Infinity.
Libre coming from the top ropes.
The top ropes, I remember. They wanted 500 a game in C-Lot for RVs a few years ago. You know, Libre knows any of the charges or whatever better than us, but I know he does do all that stuff. Libre coming back in. He says, I disagree. It's a tie. Richie Rich. Bo goes and plays 1 or 2 drives, leave the other and give him Sam the time with what he is. Yeah, Sammy Boy looks bad, then City is the backup. Yes,
Yeah.
but you got to give him time. Totally agree. Bronco Libre coming back in, just saying, Tim, right on. Libre, 7 days from now, we'll be at the damn grill. I can't wait, my brother. And then you got Infinity. Love to pull up in our RV and tailgate for sure. Dude, you need to hook up with Libre and figure that out because he has all the details on that shit.
Yeah, hit us up. We could give you details, but you gotta get there early. It's possible to get in lot C. You'll probably
If you're in an
need,
RV, just get there 2 days early. You're good.
yeah, it might be about $250 for that spot. I think it's about 5 spots that you pay for on an RV, and it's 55 a spot. So yeah, but yeah, you could definitely get in lot C if you go early enough.
Yeah. So get with us and tell us what's up. Infinity Soulmate. Once again, happy birthday, George. Getting into the concept, I'm saying Bo doesn't need reps in preseason. They're saying that it could be a drive or two.
I was watching. I heard you.
What do you got to say?
You're wrong. 100%.
Get out of here.
Bo needs to see some rhythm, game time action. He hasn't played. He was rehabbing all year.
He needs to take that hit and feel confident.
Go in there and get your rhythm back with your starters. I say he play 2 drives. I agree with Rich. If we do go down and look good and score, look nice, they probably pull him and say, "Hey, good showing." Because the rest of preseason, I do believe Bo will play more, as well in the 3rd preseason game. But the rest of preseason is going to be used to determine if Jared Stidham needs to be off of this team. It's not. It's going to be about the backup QB. It's going to be, is Sam Ellinger going to take?
So
his
why
spot
not give
so
Sammy Boy his chance off the bat? It makes
he's
no
going
sense.
to.
Not with the.
He's
first
not.
string.
Yeah, he's going to play with the first stringers. Bo is going to get pulled. First stringers will stay in for Sammy for a drive.
I'll put it this way: if Bo looks the way Stidham looked the first drive against Atlanta, they're gonna pull him. It's gonna be a little tougher because we're playing a real defense in Green Bay. But if he does, I think they'll pull him and they'll say, "Hey, he's ready to go."
All right. Well, you know what? Everyone has a different take, and everyone's ganging up against me. So you know what? You guys can all kiss my ass. How about that? But
it's okay to be wrong. It's okay.
What I will say is what I saw, and I know training camp isn't preseason. I get that. But Bo looks Bo 2.0 in training camp. This dude is locked in. It's not just his arm running up. I mean, this guy is connecting, leading his wide receiver. Like, this guy, I just don't think. Can you guys have any basis for what I'm saying where you don't think Bo Nix needs reps in preseason? Is there anything in either of you two at all to say that?
He needs to take a hit. He needs to take a hit without getting up and trying to box the defensive lineman on the other side. Or the
he already took the hit from Bonito. What are you talking about?
Yeah, then he got a boxing. He needs to realize he can't get a boxing after every hit.
Yeah. No, I honestly think it's I don't know if you feel this way. I think you're feeling timid about him playing early. I think you're worried about injury. And I have no worries about the injury. I think he's healthy. The surgery that he needed, it was a bad injury or whatever, but it wasn't the worst one he's had in his career. And the injury almost seemed necessary because he said it did a lot of cleanup on all that buildup that he had from his past surgeries. So he definitely needs to get in there and get broken in a little bit, just a little bit. Live game action. Let somebody that's not your teammate put a lick on you or chase him out of the pocket. How's he going to react when somebody's actually coming for his head?
Yeah, I think he'll act fine. I think he'll be ready there, but he just needs to take that hit before the regular season.
I think he already took 2 hits, but I'm just saying against the best linebacker in the league, and then in a scuffle, he's already proved that he's ready to go. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, mic drop there because if you guys don't agree with that, Dude showed what he had to do as a leader of this team. I ain't backing down for my own teammate. Why is he gonna go?
But he also didn't get licked, bro. He didn't get
Yeah.
slammed by Bonito. He got knocked down.
No, an unexpected hit is almost worse than that. I mean, you're ready for a game time when you're.
But
in
imagine
training
if
camp.
imagine if he laid him out. That's what's going to happen in that game tomorrow if he sees a hit. If that happens, if our line has a breakdown, somebody's going to put a hit on him, as opposed to just knocking him down. And Bonito obviously.
Well, that's the scary
gives him
part. We
some
don't
pleasure.
have center figured out yet. So why risk? Why risk? Like, come on. All right, let me bring a couple more comments real quick. Infinity, love to pull up on RV and tailgate for show. We got your back. Richie Rich coming in. George, don't break into your neighbor's garage. Rich, tell this guy he doesn't learn. That's where he gets his Wi-Fi from. We got Orange Vader.
You got to finesse everybody.
Yes, he does. Bo Nix needs to. He needs reps. The last preseason game he got to get his reps, and you can't go in the first game of the season with anything he has to fill in the game. Thanks a lot, Vader. I thought you were my brother. Appreciate you. We got Rich coming back in. Tiz is correct with that last take. Man, you know what? You guys can all kiss my ass. Here, I'll do one more. And then we can get in some more in a little bit. Bo Nix needs reps, especially the last game of the preseason. He has some playing before he starts the first game of the season. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever, Vader. Don't want to hear your shit right now, but I love you, doggy. Oh, Rich coming in. He broke a bone. He's fine. Oh.
He's broken it, what, 3 other times?
Yeah. So why do you think you get my concern? Come on. Soft tissue is so much worse. Knock it off, Rich. Didn't Nick be pushed Crumb back into Bo? I didn't think Bonito hit Bo directly. What happens in training camp stays in training camp. All right.
That's basically what happened, yeah.
So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go to George. Who will step up that is not expected to step up in this next preseason game?
A name no one's looking for. That's a good one.
I thought it was.
That is a good one.
I thought you were coming guns blazing, but then
I was going, and then I want to dive a little deeper, because there's a lot of players on this team that I think a lot of people are looking out for. I think Dallin Bentley. Now I know people saw him last week and were impressed, but Dallin Bentley is going to impress with Bo Nix in the lineup, playing with the starters and being a dominant force on the front line, showing that we have our running game built finally around the edges with a solid core of blocking tight ends.
I can't disagree with you because that was mine.
What?
That's dude. Well, if you look at him out there when he's running routes on, in training camp and stuff, I'm not saying it's an easy fit for him just to be on the team, but who knows what possibilities could come out of it, right, George?
Yeah, exactly. And you're going with the pass catching route, right? Like, I agree, because I think everybody's looking at it in that blocking role he had last week. And I think it can open up a little more because he's going to maybe come off of those blocks, go off on a route. He might be involved in the passing game as well. But he's huge, dude. He's huge as a player. He's a big dude. He's physical. He's already shown that he could, body up with some edge players on the starter, right? I know it's Atlanta, right? He'll have a bigger test, but all the more reason why Sean and Davis Webb are going to put him to the test more to see how much more they can use him when the season comes.
Absolutely, dude. And I don't disagree with you at all, because that was my take. He's a big body out there, and there's two words that you use there: pass blocking. When he can sit back and know, and he's not up the field hitting somebody, you know what I mean, and getting a penalty. Dude has talent and doing that. I'm not saying he's the full, how do you put it? Like the
Full
dynamic
package yet? Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Full package. There you go. Thank you, George. But pass blocking is crazy hard to do. And he has resistance of wanting to move upfield before the block. And that's what I like. Does that make sense, George? Does that make sense, Tiz?
Yep, that does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going to be able to pick up that blitz, right? If you have to go, 8 personnel and only run 2 receiver routes, you can trust in that position to hold up, whereas
or even going off
really
on a
haven't
route,
had that.
Or even going off on a route and at least just giving him a shoulder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If he's got to check somebody, like a little rub, not even a rub route, but he's got to block and go. He's gonna put a hit on somebody that's going to be effective, right? It'll be effective, and then he's probably going to leak out wide open because they don't expect his giant ass to be out there catching a pass.
Tiz, I'm gonna move on to you, man. Who's gonna step up that's not expected?
I mean, it might or might not be expected, but I'm gonna bet on it's hard to pronounce this name. Urike. I will bet on Urike. I'll bet my entire 2023 season on it.
Oh, dang! Yeah.
Yep. I mean, he had that little. He came in the first season with squad. He had that little betting thing where he missed the 2023 season, and then we started seeing glimpses of him the last 2 years. Now I'm guessing he'll get a little more shot to be a better rotational player. So that's going to be my guess tomorrow.
Oh, I like it. And I can't pronounce his name either, to tell you the truth. George, can you?
I know his last name. Wazarike.
Wazarike, yeah. Moa or Wazarike, yeah.
Yeah, Eminiore Mazarike, something like that.
Yeah.
But I know the players have been talking about him a lot. His fellow linemen and his fellow guys up front have been raving about his ability to basically be unblockable, right? So the reason we didn't re-sign, right? One of the biggest reasons I think we didn't sign JFM, right? We let John Franklin Myers walk because we have this plethora of guys that can fill in that are up and coming and are on rookie deals and are showing to be like talented pass rushers and run stoppers. Between that and being able to rotate in and out with Tillman, right? We still have Tillman up there.
Yeah, you still have DeAndre Tillman. You still got Malcolm Roach, who
Roach is our guy.
I think he basically signed a JFM's contract. When I seen that, I'm like, JFM's not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But we got him like a third of the price that JFM went for.
Oh yeah, we have all of them guys combined for what JFM would be.
Dude, the salary cap is ridiculous for the moves that we made and people that are mad about JFM. Like, there's moves that were put into place. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We made the right moves, unlike the Nuggets. We're actually getting value in the moves we're making.
Yeah. I mean, what's sad about that whole trade is Jokic might not even play with whatever we get out of that deal, man. Jokic might be retired by 31 or 32 when we got those draft picks.
I wouldn't blame him if he don't have a surrounding cast around him, because we're literally just ruining his career, man. Best basketball player, literally.
Yeah, I agree. I think the hope is to package those picks in a deal throughout the season and get somebody, but right now we didn't do good.
We don't got that right now.
We didn't do good to have a bounce back season.
We didn't do our couple bounce back seasons. You could put it as like, but
We
all right,
tried.
let's
We
do
tried
this.
last year. They just didn't mesh. They didn't play
ah.
hard. We got injured.
Let's go into score prediction. All right, we're going into Green Bay preseason. Tiz, I'm going to let you take the floor. What is your score prediction?
You know what? I'm going to go with an old favorite. Usually, I would be here. I'd say 38-3. That's usually my prediction, but I'm just going to go 31-24. Jonah Coleman's going to get a touchdown right at the end of the game with about 2 minutes left, and then towards the end of the game, on the final drive, you're going to see whoever their quarterback is at the time throw a pass, and they get knocked down by Alex Singleton on 4th down, and we take over and we win the game.
Oh, okay.
I like it. I like it. I'm gonna change the linebacker name to Red Murdoch.
Murdoch.
Because at that point in the game,
Hold on,
Alex Singleton won't be playing.
George, I promise you, I'm gonna let you talk.
I just wanted to say,
this guy. Yeah. He's been talked about a little bit, but what a diamond in the rough to be able to get. Go ahead, George. Continue what you were saying.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, I love your take, Tiz. I would just change the linebacker because Singleton won't be playing at the time the end of the game comes. Preseason.
I was trying to figure out who to fill in for Sean Mobley for that one.
Right.
You know.
100%. Oh, absolutely. 100%. Yeah. I love it. But dude, Red Murdoch has emerged as a player that's going to make a difference this season. I believe it will be on the field. He's going to make this team, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I said it. I won't claim it as the number one person to say it, but I did say it as soon as we drafted him because he was our mystery relevant. I said he's going to be our equivalent of a Brock Purdy.
What I say, diamond in the rough. Like,
yeah, that's what I think he can be for our defense. He actually in training camp, you were there. I believe it was the last day, Tim. Red Murdoch was calling all the plays as the mic, and Vance Joseph said he did a tremendous job. That his IQ is off the charts, and he's smart as hell. And his play, the way he plays already, screams
the role of the mic is not an easy task.
No, you're the quarterback of the defense. You got to know everybody's position, where they're supposed to be, what play calls coming in, and how to read what's happening on the field at the same time, and then also go make a play right on top of it. I do want to throw out there. I'm spacing his first name, Reed, who had the diving block pass for the interception last week.
Interception, yeah, he was, as a linebacker, he came over and hit the ball.
Kareem Reed.
Yeah,
I think he'll be another linebacker to watch out for, along with Torian York.
Question at hand. What's your score prediction?
Yeah, I was going right into that. So, score prediction, I got the Denver Broncos winning. I'm going to say 28 to 20.
28 to 20. You guys both got it close. Like close scores, anyways, is what I mean. To everybody out there that is going to the game, hook up with George. He's going to be at the preseason with his daughter and link up and whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, link up. Come tell me, do you even Broncos, bro?
Even Broncos, bro? But, all right, my score prediction. And you guys, we talked about what you guys, I get you guys' passion wanting to talk about players and this and that and who is this and that. And I love this conversation. I truly love it because we're back, baby. Football is back. Broncos are back. After what we did to the Falcons, and especially if Bo's going to do a first drive, I'm going to go a little different. And my points are going to go 27-10. I'm taking Broncos over the Packers, 27-10. I believe this defense is just going to – you want to see us during preseason, blah, blah, blah. there's a history with the Green Bay from Super Bowl 32. You know, we beat them last year in a comeback.
Beat them
They
the
always
last
want,
couple times we played them.
Yeah.
yeah. Like literally, I'm not gonna call it a chief rivalry, but there's something there. I think the Broncos are gonna go out tomorrow night and have something to prove, and that's what I'm gonna call out. 27-10, Broncos win.
I love it. I love it. I think I'm leaning my score a little on the side of depth wise. Atlanta's horrible depth right now. They are a building team,
get
and I
it,
think the
but we
Packers'
didn't.
depth
But we
can
didn't
hang
put
a
it.
little.
We didn't put it on them either when it came to Sammy Boy. We didn't give them all the tools they needed. So this is why I'm going to stick with that prediction. If you really want your boys out there, let's go the first half and get 3 touchdowns off the bat, and then figure it out after that. We got Uncle Todd. What's up, dudes? Good show tonight. Everyone like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Uncle Todd. Go Broncos, he said. Appreciate you. So here's the last thing before we get into our outro that I want to talk about. And this one might intrigue both of you. I'm going to start. Who wants to go first before I read this question? Because this is a good one before we get out of here. One of you guys. Who wants to go first?
I'll go. Okay.
All right. So do you remember the 96 loss against the Jaguars that happened against us when we're Super Bowl bound? Okay. So was I.
I was a wee little lad. I wasn't there.
I was 13 years old, but I was there. I hate that number. I was going on 14. I should have said I was going on 14.
Yeah, 14 red.
But do you guys remember that? Okay, so last year, going into the Super Bowl, we got upset against the Patriots. But look what happened. The next year, the Broncos came back, got vengeance against Jacksonville. They went and said, we're winning a Super Bowl no matter what. I have this weird feeling that it's the same thing. We're going to go face this Patriots. We're going to come back bigger and better. We should have never lost that game. I know the difference is that Elway was there and Bo Nix wasn't. I get that. But my comparison between the two, the 96 loss to a 97 winning Super Bowl team that went back-to-back, do you guys believe that can be like kind of simultaneously the same of what we went through in the 90s? Go, George.
I like the comparison. Because we saw the rise of our team coming, right? That 96 season, to, you know, if we're relating to that, you saw the rise of the team and seeing how close they were, how absolutely good they were. And it was crazy to even think that they could lose at that point of how high they were riding, right? And in retrospect to last season, like every week we just knew we were going to get it done. And obviously we want to win in other fashions this year. But besides the point, we're winning, and we go down with that loss, right? We lose to the Patriots and don't get into the Super Bowl. I like to throw out the relevance that our only loss towards the end of the season was also to the Jags.
Yeah.
Right? So a little reminiscence there in the comparison between the history, but it could very well be that type of season, because what happened, we brought in another running back. You know, we're not going straight 90s because there's no 3-down backs in this league hardly anymore. So, you know, TD doesn't arrive, doesn't get the massive rushing boost. But with the drafting of Harvey last year, the drafting of Coleman this year, JK coming back for, you know, hopefully a comeback player of the year run, the 3-headed monster, as you and Dak were referring to, you could combine them and say that is going to be our TD going into these next couple seasons, right? JK does have a 2-year contract technically, right? Could we be on the path to a potential back-to-back run? I think so. I know we have the capabilities to get it done this year, so I like the comparison.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I thought hard about that question because I really wanted to give it to Tiz. Like, I'm like, you know, we got pop-ins from Vader. Dak came out for a little bit. You came in at the end. There's always love there. But when I was thinking about it, I'm like, man, this could be one of those years. And to be honest with you, when Terrell Davis got pulled out of those games, Howard Griffith did not do bad as a backup running back. Howard Griffith had great runs as well. He kept it in the game. It was a more controlled games than TD just breaking for 40 yards. But I'm going to go to Tiz. Tiz, give me a well-rounded answer to this question. Do you think from that 96 loss from the Jags that we all remember and hate, that I hate to bring up, but then we went and won a Super Bowl and came back better, do you believe that we can do this over the Patriots loss in the AFC Championship?
Yeah, I'm gonna also tie it in. I know we didn't win the Super Bowl, but we made it the following year after the Baltimore game. What did those three games have in common? When we played the Ravens in 2012, we played the Jags in 1996, and when we played the Patriots last year, what did those games all have in common? Other than what did they have in common? Think about the weather.
The snow coming in? No, not the snow.
Freezing. I know not the other games. I don't think that had the snow coming in that you seen at that game. But Jacksonville, if you were there,
the other two games were
freezing.
cold.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was more ice. It was more ice weather than snow.
Yeah,
yeah.
All three games were, I believe, were below zero weather. We came back, so I'm going to throw that in there. I got a little bit of superstition that I believe in, so I'm going to throw that in there as well on top of coming back and just proving ourselves on the field again against the opponents. We came back and we proved ourselves against Jacksonville next year, like you mentioned. With Baltimore, we came back the very next year, and we actually opened up the season against Baltimore at Mile High because they couldn't accommodate the game. So we
that was a 7 touchdown game.
That's the 7 touchdown game for Peyton, and I think we're going to do the same. And you'll see us just dominate New England when we get them this year, and just be part of basically give the team the boost to make that push.
And I'll throw in on top of it, we are playing the only team that beat us at home last year to open our home opener, the Jags.
Exactly. Yep. That too.
For some reason, we not for some reason, but we got a vendetta with the Jags that we got to, we did got in that game, and it is what it is. But you know what? I'm feeling that 96 to 97 ratio with the Broncos squad to where we are prior to date. Right now, what we are is to go get our vengeance, not just on the Patriots, but the whole league, and be like, we're here. You got Bo Nix. Let me tell you this. You got Bo Nix. You signed Waddle. Sutton's looking great. Ingram. I don't care who wants to disagree with me on this one. Ingram is looking great. He's going to get more involved. You got Mims as a slot. You got J.K. Harvey and Coleman. What are you missing besides the center? This team is the most elite offense that I see, and I'm not saying that as a Bronco fan, Tiz. So answer me this, Tiz. Am I being too much of a Bronco fan, or do you look at it the way I do?
I think the biggest thing is I think one of the things I'm going to say that we need that we didn't have last year is play calling up. We need a little bit of a change up. We threw how many darn screen passes last year? We need to get away from that. Yeah, bubble screens. We need to be a little more less predictable and just play calling, and we're going to see a little difference with Davis Webb stepping in, and then number 2, just using our tight ends in the game a little bit better. I think that's another part where we just weren't there. We're gonna have JK back, which should help the running game, and now we got another pounder in there with Jonah Coleman, which we didn't have when JK left last year, so that should help as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What I want to do real quick. Oh, actually, let me go to George before I skip him because he'll yell at me. Is there another, the way I described our offense, is there another offense that you think that like is as good as ours? Am I talking
Yeah.
as a Bronco fan, or am I talking as like
It,
an
it,
actual football?
I think you have the belief, right? More of a maybe a little as a fan, but also what you see on the field that we can be the number one offense. We won't be the number one offense, I don't think. But I do think we can be a top 10, top 5 offense, depending on how well it goes. And that's what we need. We don't need to be the number one offense. We need to be the number one defense.
Yeah.
That's how we will win the Super Bowl. But our
Wouldn't it be
offense
nice to have
will,
both?
our receiving room is growing, and we have a lot of young guys as well. Like, as you didn't mention, Pat Bryant, who's the standout at camp this year. And the one thing we were missing the most that we haven't had since Demaryius Thomas is Jalen Waddle.
I
A
mentioned
explosive. No, I know, no, but like I'm tying into it. I'm not going against you. I'm tying into it. The fact that we have a player that can now put pressure on a defense in ways that we weren't able to because he's the best route runner on our team. He's probably the second fastest player on our team, behind Mims, right? He's been consistently getting 1,000 yards every season when he's been in the league, with worse quarterbacks, I'd say, because I got Bo over Tua all day, or any quarterback he's had. So bringing that weapon in is going to make Cortland's job that much more easy, and he's going to be able to shine like the star that he already is. And that's going to open up the field for Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, Evan Ingram, maybe even get the rookie involved, Justin Jolie, right? Dallin Bentley, the dual combo tight ends. Troutman's probably still going to catch a couple passes, and I'm going to be mad. It's going to be okay. But yes, we do have,
When you say a
much
couple,
more. We have a more rounded offense now, it feels like, right? We got the extra running back for the pound and ground game. We're returning the most starters in the league. And all we did was
the
add
ratio is
talent.
almost unheard of anybody. So like that's crazy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We're returning the most starters. Like, this team all was there together. We just got a few new guys, new faces.
Infinity says Tim Dog 14, Mile High Montoya, Bronco Tiz, awesome podcast. We love the commentary, passion, and Broncos insight. We truly enjoyed you. See you the next show. Mile High salute. Happy birthday once again.
Happy birthday.
To Soulmate.
Happy
so
birthday.
before we get into our outro, here's one thing I'm gonna say. I went to the last day of training camp with Libre, my Uncle Todd, and my beautiful daughter Boo Boo. And my daughter Boo Boo, guys, hear this. She got a kid's pass. So she was able to go on the field. She was able to get autographs and this and that. And I really wasn't prepared for it. So we were just using the handouts, right? The
Card, yeah.
schedule, whatnot. But here's the kicker. So I got her in, and it's 12 o'clock. Man, it was freaking hot. You know how we're sitting, guys, front row. We're in the sun. Libre has his flag tied up. Great times. Went and sat with her in the line. Took forever, but finally we got through. So I dropped her off. Then I ran back to where me and Libre, and at that time everybody rushed up to the gate. So I looked at Libre. I go, "Where's my spot?" I looked at home. I'm like, "Hey, bro, I was sitting here. Can you make some room?" He made some room. So Boo Boo was sitting right where we were on the corner. She was like the last kid. She was just being the respectful one, this and that. So they would wait to the end. And then I looked out and I'm like, "Hey, that's my daughter. Can you take a picture?" So I took a picture. She took an autograph, this and that. Hey, the next one came up. "Can you take a picture with my daughter?" "Yeah, I got you. You're the man. You're the man." So then there was a homeboy next to me, and he goes, "Man, I wish I can get my hat signed." And I go, "Give me your hat." And he goes, "What?" And I go, "Boo Boo." She goes, "What?" I threw him his hat. I go, "Go get an autograph and throw it back up." So she ran out. She got an autograph, threw it back up to us. And then the next person came up and was like, "Do you think your daughter can get an autograph from me?" And I was like, "Boo Boo, come over." this and that. So check this out. So she already did like 4 or 5, and then Franklin was in the middle, and I'm like, you better run and go get an autograph. Go get an autograph from Franklin. Bro, I'm not kidding you. From each side of me, there was this dude that had an Oregon mini helmet. And he goes, hey, bro, do you think your daughter can do this? Boo boo! Boo boo got like 11 dropped hats and mini helmets and jerseys and whatever. And she kept running back and forth. Getting autographs. And Franklin straight up told her, how much do you have? And she goes, that's for all of them. And I go, Franklin, you're the man. He goes, this is for you. This is because of her. And dude, the whole stands were like, yeah, you asked Libre if I'm lying.
That's awesome.
And, bro, I just felt that experience, the same experience George is going to have with his daughter tomorrow. Not that he's not already done it with her, but when you're a dad taking a daughter to an event like that, it makes you feel like $1 million. Would you guys agree?
Yep.
Especially when they're into it.
It was an awesome time. It's time to get out of here. I will say this. George, let's do a quick outro. You always run it. Let's show Tiz how we run the outro, and let's get out of here, man. We already been over 2 hours. Tiz, thank you so much for being here as long as you have. George, give me an outro.
Hey, big shout out, my brother Tim Dog. And Boo Boo for going to the freaking training camp. Thanks, Bronco Libre, of course, was happening. Uncle Todd, that's awesome. I was supposed to be there, but work duties called, and I'm glad it worked out the way it did because you guys got to have that experience, and I love it for you guys. So big shouts out there. Shout out Infinity Soulmate. Super dope to meet you guys. They're freaking awesome. Great music, great people. Can't wait to see you guys if you make it down for a game. Bronco Tiz, killing it for us, man. Appreciate all the work that you did. I know you got all the network website set up, got all of our contacts all listed, and still upgrading every day. So appreciate all the hard work you're doing. Love your content, man. You're killing it out there. Keep it up. And you were killing it on the show tonight. Very knowledgeable, and you might have to replace Tim.
My job's on the line.
He's on the chopping block, No. But hey, it's all love, man. It's all love. Shout out the network, Jay. Shout out Dak for being on tonight. Johnny, everybody here showing love. And Richie Rich, can't forget about Richie Rich. We've been going at it here over the last couple of weeks. Love doing that. So overall, everyone stay blessed. Go Broncos. Wear your orange tomorrow because it's Orange Friday. And make sure you keep tuning into the OUTKAST. My brother Tim's killing it over here.
Appreciate that. George, thank you so much for that outro. Tiz, I'm going to you, my brother. Everything that George just said about you is absolutely right. Give us an outro. What are you thankful for? How was the show? How did you feel? I mean, the things that you're doing, whatever you want to talk about, my brother. Talk to me.
Yeah, just thank you guys for having me on the show. It's been a great time. Thank you for all the comments out there. Thank you for everybody that just supports this network, and let's continue to grow it. I love to see a real fan network rather than some of these that are reporter based, or it just gets the real fans' opinion out there that are at the games every week, that aren't sitting in the press box, actually sitting in the stands. But thank you, George. Thank you, Tim, for inviting me on. Thank you, Johnny, for allowing me to help you guys set up that website and get you guys going. Thank you for the entire crew.
Right on.
Go check out orangeandblue.com and orangeandbluenetwork.com. And if you're just a fan, you could also log in and you could comment on the forum too. We got some forum posts on there. Just talk about what you want to talk about on there, man. And hopefully we'll be getting some. We got a few blogs up there. We'll be getting some more blogs coming up. We'll be getting some more content up there, and go play with the 53-man roster. Predict who you think we're gonna have on the roster at the end of for week 1.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I'm gonna get my outro and we're out of here, guys. I swear, like 2.5 more minutes maybe. But I got a funny story real quick before I forget. This goes into me, George, and Dak at the same time. This is funny. When Boo Boo was on the field, I forgot to mention this. There's a guy with an Oregon that wanted the Franklin thing, right? But there was a lot of OU that stood out signing autographs. A lot of people like Coleman, they went in right away. And it got brought up, and he goes, "Man, look at the OU out there." And I'm like, "Oh, don't tell me you're a Boomer Sooner. Don't tell me you're a Boomer Sooner."
Let's go.
And so the guy on the right, Libre, was holding his Oregon helmet, and the other guy was like, "Oh, look." Or no, the guy that on my left was like, "Look at all the OU out there." I go, "Don't tell me you're a Boomer Sooner." And he goes, "Hell no." Guess what he said, George?
What do you say?
Ohio State all the way. And I was like, yeah. And Libre goes, "Don't tell this guy that." He goes, "I'm going to have to separate you guys." He said something like that. But we went out, and, dude, it was so funny because all 3 teams got mentioned within 5 seconds. It was hilarious.
That's so funny. That's awesome.
But I'm going to do my outro. Shout out to my brother, George. Nothing but love for you, brother. I appreciate you coming in at the end. You know, we're going to be at all these games, dude. I can't wait, dude. You know how we do it in our thing. We're going to be at the watch parties. We're going to do all of that. Nothing
Don't
but
forget
love
to
for
shout
you.
out why we're going to the watch party.
Watch party to his pops, E-Dot. E-Dot is taking us to the watch party week 1, man. He knows who the 2 biggest Bronco fans are really out there. I'm just kidding, Tiz. But getting on to Bronco Tiz, everything you did for OrangeBlueNetwork.com, man, you're killing it. Thank you so much for coming on the show, dude. You're nothing but great company. I remember tailgates last year at Libre's, dude. The first training camp, we all chilled together in the line and this and that, man. You're a great guy. Thank you so much for what you're doing. He's also helping me develop my thing for Borrego Painting. What a great friend. What a great person. Thank you. Mile high salute to you, Tiz, for coming on. Appreciate that. To all the commenters out there, thank you for coming in all night. They were coming through all night. We appreciate you guys. What I will say about this is that Bronco season is back, and all 3 of us are diehards, and we're ready to talk any Broncos talk at any time we want to, even if it's not on camera. We are going to be at games. We are going to be at watch parties. We already been at training camps. We are here because this is Broncos country. To sum it up, thank you, Tiz. Thank you, Mile High Montoya. Love you guys with all my heart. Thank you for being on the Mile High Outcast. I am Tim Dog. Thank you for all the viewers that are still here. Even though we passed up 2 hours, we're close to 2.5. Thank all of you guys, and have a great night.
Even Bronco.
Turn it up, let the city feel the bass. Every word's a touchdown.